So mass releases are imminent.
Fox's Bill Malugin after U.S. sources said illegal crossings hit a new single-day record of more than 12,000. In the Senate, just getting word bipartisan talks on border security are now pausing until after the holidays. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. And what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing. If you join before December 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another 10% off all of 2024. That's 12 months of savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 30th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE. 866-89-BIBLE.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. How's it going? With Pete Davis, sidekick producer and sports raconteur extraordinaire. He's got a little fuzzy bunny man here today. And the mechanical mangler at the controls, it's Flounder. Look out.
On the day I was born.
Here we go. It's only Tuesday. Feels like different. I don't know what this thing there. Anyway, now what is that, Mr. Magoo? I can't remember that character's name with a band. He's got a hat, mustache, and
This is Burl Ives from the Rudolph.
Oh God, that's what I reckon. Yeah, Burl Ives. And by the way, he was
Burl Ives, the snowman.
He was a great actor. I mean, you know, a little bitty tear left me down. Flounder, do you even know the name Burl Ives?
I've heard the name, but I'm not sure who he is.
This is so cool. I get the biggest kick out of figuring out what the delineation of the age group is of people who have known certain folks from the past and so forth. Burl Ives was a country-picking, guitar-strumming...
Folk singer.
And great big old character actor, but he played in a couple of very famous movies. It was not Cat in Hot Tin Roof, but one of those...
It was.
Was that
it? It was Cat in Hot Tin Roof.
And there was another, he played another southern, couple of different ones like that. Anyway, Burl Ives, and he had this silliest little song, "A Little Bitty Tear Let Me Down, the Clown," and just all silly little folk songs. And now why was I talking about Burl Ives? Oh, because you have a dollar Burl Ives who was in. Now I forgot the story of him with a Christmas Story or the Grinch or whatever it was.
No, he was in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Right.
He's the animated snowman as the narrator of the story.
There you go. I remember seeing the character. I forgot what it was. Oh, I almost lost my... By the way, this is very exciting. A couple things. It's Christmas week. We're on this week. We're off next week. And so are we doing the best of, Flounder, or what are we... what's going
we're going to do a best of on Christmas Day, and then we'll probably just have syndicated fill-ins.
Oh, excellent. Even better. 305, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's our phone number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A lot of things going on there news-wise. Well, it's kind of a hodgepodge day, and I really don't feel like doing newsy stuff. I'd rather just have fun and do talk and see what's going on. And that's why we have our phone number. Love for you to join us. We love phone calls. A couple things first to set the stage. We do have newsy stuff. We'll talk about the new Texas border law. Oh, there's already a lawsuit. Well, the first day is already a lawsuit, which is good because it has to go to the courts on the issue of border security. And because the feds aren't doing squat, Texas is doing it on its own. And by the way, you know, it's amazing. 12,000 people a day, another record. This week in Texas. It's outrageous. And they keep saying the border's secure. And now I heard on the 3 o'clock news, they've called off the bipartisan talks about border security. But there's no border security. What are you talking about? All they're doing is helping more people come over and sign the paperwork to get in for free. It's just outrageous. Nobody can be in favor of this, and yet they're all saying, well, you got to help the poor people. No, we don't. Come on, you're killing me here. These are able-bodied men who just don't, want to come to America because we're such a great place to live. Well, that's fine, but, you at least come in and sign the freaking book. Do it the right way. Anyway, like this, I'm tired of talking. It's just driving me nuts. Also, one of the January 6th, mostly peaceful Ashley Babbitt protest day has now won his case and showed that the cops who were charging him lied and faked it, and it's a typical, I'll bet the FBI was behind this. I'll bet you Christopher the Cossack Ray of the federal Gestapo investigation was behind the whole thing. These phony charges. And by the way, Twitter stuff going around now that the state of Georgia has now discovered that there was something like 17,000 false ballots in the election for the president last time. President White Trash, Joe White Trash, won the state by 11,000. And there were 17,000 bad ones. So, I mean, and yet they're all going to prison for conspiracy and RICO acts for challenging the election results. These dirty, stinking scumbag liberal Democrats, honest to God, they're trying to destroy the country, and they're feeling this way about us, you and me. It's not Trump. This way they feel about us. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff. So I got the guy with the victory thing. Also, let's see, Alec Baldwin getting into a shouting match with some protesters, and I guess it was in New York. And let's see, James, the brother Biden is now in trouble on these phony loans. They're all going to get caught. Yeah, more. Oh yeah. Oh, no, let's figure out how to do that. Twice today. We have, it's 2 tickets, right, to each time? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, we have 2. This is really pretty cool. If you know the name Jordan Peterson is a very famous doctor who has the We Who Wrestle with God tour. And he's a psychiatrist, a professor, an author, a podcaster, very famous the social media, a celebrity. And he's caused a lot of trouble because he just got in trouble with Canada, his home country, because they made him go through a process to prove that he shouldn't have his license taken away to be a doctor. I mean, this is outrageous. Anyway, he's coming to State Farm Arena March 15th. And we have 2 tickets to give away this hour, and we'll give away 2 tickets in the 5 o'clock hour. Pete Davis, how would you like to give away the tickets? We have can you do a magic word? Whoever calls you in the magic word, or if they remember something that we referred to in the first part of this half hour, maybe, or something. I don't know. What do you want? Or just say whoever wants them can have them get called. First guy calls, get them.
You know what?
What?
How about if they call up with a line from a Christmas movie and try and stump us?
Oh, we can do stumping. Well, now the only problem with that is if it's a Christmas movie we've heard of, it could be, Freddie's Christmas movie from, Taiwan Overseas Theater Company or something. So if it's a well-known Christmas movie, I mean, we would know. Don't try to be idiots about it. But we want to have fun giving away the tickets, so let's do that. 404-741-1230. Again, 2 tickets to go see Dr. Jordan Peterson at the State Farm Arena March 15th. So it's 3 months away. So, I mean, you've got your plans. March 15th, Dr. Jordan Peterson, 2 tickets, 404-741-1230. And if you have a line from a Christmas movie, a Christmas movie that we would know, and if we can figure out who said it or what the movie was or something about it, that'll be fun. So let's do that. So at some point in the next little while here, 310, almost 310. Oh, before I forget, again, we got a lot of new. The little girl on whether to sit on Santa's lap. By the way, I really hadn't thought about this in modern day culture on whether that's a thing. And there's actually an issue about it, which I hadn't thought of. And as a father of daughters, I did challenge one guy at a carnival once for the way he put my daughter Sarah into the seat on the carnival. And it became an issue. But anyway, so we got that going for us. Also, cooking the perfect Christmas turkey. I think they left out something. Anyway, before I forget, I mistakenly, Flounder took some pictures of us at the Christmas party Saturday night. Oh, remind me to talk about sick people. Anyway, Saturday night at the Christmas party, and one of them I took was with Veronica. And Miss Veronica. And so Flounder sent me that picture. I think he sent one to you too, Pete. He took pictures of some of various things at the party and sent them to us. And so I was going to send them to my kids last night. So I sent the picture and I sent it off. And I said, from Flounder's girlfriend at the Christmas party last night, XOXO. Well, I only write XOXO when I'm sending it to my kids and my favorite ex-wife, the one who actually did love me, and which is the 3 of them together get all those pictures. And so I sent it, and then I realized, I made a mistake, and I put it on Facebook, which is fine, but I don't know whether Flounder wanted me to put a picture of him, I don't know whether he wants to be more private about this. I really kind of felt bad because it was sort of an accident. Holy cow, the reactions. I mean, there must be 5,000 people reacting, such as... Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Flounder outkicked his punt coverage. Great picture. Holy crap, Flounder. Kimmer, you were right to stay on that boy. Flounder's a lucky man. You're smiling ear to ear. Now I know what you were talking about this afternoon. And then Phil Hansen. We know Phil Hansen from a very famous personality. With he says, "Oh my God, what happened to Flounder? He looks like crap." Oh, what? Oh, never mind. Very funny. I thought that was Flounder next to her. Let's see. Kimber, stop losing weight. Great picture. I got to go. Hold on. What a great picture. Oh, man, Flounders is shooting well above his pay grade. That fella done good. Let's see. He's definitely punching above his weight class. And she's a doll. You go, Flounder. And one of them said, hey, where she's holding her hands in that picture, you might want to check and see if you still have your wallet. That's going to be fine. Anyway, and by the way, somebody said, I think our friend Denise, who, by the way, sent us a Christmas card, boys, for the she's the lady who tried to single-handedly keep our podcast going. Anyway, very nice Christmas card for the three of us. Having a Merry Christmas and Happy holidays. Hope the New Year is amazing. God bless and much love from Denise. Thank you, sweet girl. That's very kind. She sent me some handkerchiefs with a monogram with the initial P on them, because I always say you should carry a handkerchief in your pocket for the ladies in case they need to blow their nose on you or something. Anyway, so the reactions to this with Flounder and the girlfriend, I thought were very touching and very nice, and I thought that was kind of cool. 3:13 coming up. We have extra news stuff. Plus, we're probably all going to get sick. All the people we saw at the party, and then the people who were sick, we've seen, and now we're all gone today.
I'm sick.
Well, there you are. In the morning show, it was only the Rhino by himself. Even Board-Op Joe was sick.
Oh, no.
All of them were sick, so I'm expecting something bad to happen. Anyway, 3:13 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
With international conflicts running hot and Israel at war, you can trust Extra 106.3 to bring you the latest breaking news throughout the day and the conservative voices you trust for all the latest.
Hamas is a terrorist organization, and anybody who supports the terrorist attack on Israel should be released from this country and sent away.
Israel at war, with live updates all day.
If 9/11 happened to us again today, I wonder what the hell the reaction would be.
From Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Tickets for the Atlanta Braves 2024 regular season at Truist Park are now on sale. The Braves' home schedule is jam-packed with great matchups, including the Rangers, Red Sox, Phillies, Dodgers, and many more. Plus, 2024 will feature more amazing gate giveaways, like the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead set, specialty ticket packages, and tons of fun pre- and post-game entertainment. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the details and purchase your tickets.
2-1 and a deep fly ball to center. That's going back and gone.
Can't decide on just one game? The 2024 Holiday Pack gives fans the option to attend 5 games in either the grandstand, reserved, home run, porch, or terrace infield sections. The ticket package games include matchups against the Diamondbacks, Guardians, Nationals, Rays, and Phillies, and start at just $100 for all 5 games. Visit Braves.com/holiday to get your holiday ticket package. Atlanta Braves baseball for the A.
Hi, this is Atlanta personal injury attorney Ronnie Mabra of Mabra Law. Not every team plays fairly or even by the same set of rules. When you've been injured in a car wreck, the legal team you choose now can have a long-lasting implication on your case. At Mabra Law, we fight to win. We built a team with the skill, the smarts, and the win record that you can trust. We fight, you win, Mabra Law.
To schedule an appointment or learn more, visit MabraLaw.com, M-A-B-R-A law.com.
If you have been to Chuckingham Palace, you know that we now have gorgeous double front doors. Well, Dan Watkins, the guy that put that door in, told me some interesting things about it at dinner.
Atlanta is a weird market for front doors. For 40 years, builders have been installing odd-sized side lights as part of the front door, which is a huge problem now that people realize how much better their home looks with modern and beautiful double doors. Most companies will tell you the double door installation can't be done. It can be done, and we're the company to do it, no matter how odd the opening is. Let all Four Seasons garage and entry doors be be the ones to tell you yes.
Some choices are complicated, like do I get peanuts or popcorn? Thankfully, others are much simpler, like rooting for the Braves. And choosing Truist One checking. No overdraft fees. Lots of perks you can cheer for. And when your account balances grow, you get upgraded automatically. Oh, and with more than 130 Atlanta branches, you can add convenience to the list of perks too. Truist One checking. One simple choice. Branch count as of May 31st, 2023. Atlanta metro area. Truist Bank member FDIC.
This is The Kimmer Show. Back on the air every afternoon until 6 p.m. And be here for more conservative talk tomorrow morning on your ride to work with Tug, Rhino, and Los on the Morning Extra, 6 to 10 a.m. on Extra 106.3.
317 with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's little Michael Jackson here. What was he, about 9? Holy mackerel. I remember, in fact, of course, Flounder, you never wouldn't remember that because you weren't even born, I guess. Probably.
I remember the Jackson 5. I mean,
yeah, when he was a little kid, dancing around there on the Ed Sullivan Show.
I just remember seeing videos and records and stuff when I was a kid.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, on this day in 2015, 33 years after it was released, Michael Jackson's classic album Thriller became the first to sell more than 30 million copies in America, 33 years after it came out. The recording industry says the latest sales figure showed Eagles' greatest hits, 1971 to 75, had now sold 29 million. Michael Jackson sold 30. And Billy Joel's greatest hits, 1 and 2, sold 23 million. Wow, either way, that's pretty good. Let's see, a quick... Now, Flounder's birthday list and history list guy is done for the year, apparently. But I luckily, although he does, you have some music birthdays, I think, is coming through there, which we'll get to. But I have my other sources that I do every night for the next day. And so here are some birthdays for a special comments list. Remember the name Mike Lookinland from the Brady Bunch? He's 63 today. One. Yep, 63 years old. Holy cow. And, oh, by the way.
The middle one.
What's that?
Was he the young one or the middle one?
I don't know. I never watched the show. I know there was a show, but I don't think I ever watched it. Is that the one where the guy was scarfaculating with the old lady? That was the one, right? Brady Bunch. Well, one of the kids was it Michael Lookinland was doing the old with the mom?
No, I think he was the youngest of the three sons.
I can't remember. Anyway, Mike Lookinland is 63 from the Brady Bunch. And by the way, Pete, I have 4 sports things coming up here when we do Holy Crap at Sports later on today. We're going to do a giveaway. One quick history thing. I'm a flounder today. I can't even believe it. Let's see, quick. 1959 on this day, Walter Williams died in Houston. 1959. Walter Williams happened to be the last surviving veteran of the Civil War. Can you imagine being alive in 1959 and fighting in the Civil War? He died at the
Which
age
side did he fight for?
Of 117. Doesn't say. It did not say. I didn't Google it. Walter Williams was his name from Houston, 1959. He died. So I suppose if I had Googled it, I didn't really think about what side he fought for. I didn't make any attention. It didn't make any difference. Pete being the man of all people. Sorry. You probably...
it would make a difference because that would prove who actually won the war, the last survivor.
Well, look at it. Walter Williams, a last surviving veteran. Look, you can Google it while we do this. In fact, I just lost my thing. I got to put my thing back on. Well, I didn't lose my thing. I'm sorry. I'm very excited. I'm really good. Now, look at this. If you can see on YouTube, I've got 2 things. Flounder fixed me up today. He fixed up my iPad. Every time I come in here, Flounder does something new to the iPad. At some point, I'm going to have it all set to go and be able to figure it out. At the moment,
We won!
I'm still messing with the Southerner.
Yes!
Walter Williams was the last man dying from the Civil War, and by God, he was a Southerner, so the South won. Put those monuments back.
Yeah, he was from Mississippi. Yeah.
Put the monuments back. Get those flags back.
Now we know why that Confederate Robert E. Lee uniform is being worn Saturday night at the Christmas party.
There you go. Unknowingly, but still, it was real. Anyway, I was saying Flounder fixed me up on my iPad, so now I have my phone, which I'm going to use for for looking at a picture stuff, but then he's got my iPad fixed up for the same thing. It's kind of linked, which is really cool. And he's got, I figured out how to do it. I've got a camera on there. And and he sent some, so we're going to play a song from a guy talking about how it's kind of a fun comedy song about the government taking all our money and stuff a little later on. And so Flounder sent it to me, but I looked it up instead of on my phone, I put it onto my iPad for the bigger, thing. But there was no sound. I said, "Oh my God, Flounder, there's no sound." And she comes running in. Nobody, we couldn't. Well, he finally found a little sound thing. So anyway, we're getting there. But I've got 2 devices now, which I'm very excited about. Okay, let's do this. I really screwed up earlier when I mentioned we're going to give away tickets to Dr. Jordan Peterson. I should have said, let's do it right now. The first caller should try to stump us with a Christmas movie line, and we try to guess a movie. And if we don't get it, then you get the tickets. Well, a bunch of people called, and Flounder said, well, we're going to do it later on. It was my fault for not saying, let's go ahead and do it. So let's do it right now. Let's do that now. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. And we're giving away 2 tickets. We'll do it also after 5 o'clock.
We have Brent on the line, and he's ready to play.
Okay, 2 tickets to Dr. Jordan Peterson. His tour is coming, We Who Wrestle with God tour, coming to State Farm Arena March 15th. By the way, if you want to buy tickets, you go to livenation.com. You can do that. Anyway, we have 2 tickets. The psychiatrist, professor, author, and podcaster will be here. And the 2 tickets, and again, you have to give us a line from a Christmas movie to see if that we would, a movie we would know, obviously, and see if you can stump us, and then we'll give you the tickets. All right, Brent's on the right. Brent, you're on the radio, man. Stump away, sir.
Hey, Kimmer.
Yeah, man.
You can mess with a lot of things, but you can't mess with kids on Christmas.
Panel? Staff?
Sounds like Christmas vacation. Sounds like Christmas vacation.
It does sound like Christmas vacation. Flounder?
Or Bad Santa.
Yeah, Flounder's in a bad. I'm sorry. I can't see. I shouldn't call on you when you're waiting. He's got like 9 things going. In fact, we need a little something for Flounder to help out answering the phone. There ought to be somebody, who's willing to like to come in here and sit in the back here and answer the phones once in a while or something. Flounder's got like 9 things going on in there.
All right,
he's
so
doing
what did
promos and phone. See, the guy can't even be part of the thing there. Give the line again, Brent. Give the line again.
The line is, you can mess with a lot of things, but you can't mess with kids on Christmas.
Was Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie?
I don't think so. You're gonna kick yourself. You're gonna kick yourself.
Well, let's see. I hope it wasn't like
Home
Alone.
I think it's Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2. Wow.
You Googled it. I think you Googled it, and I think you're right.
Yeah, I did. I Googled it.
You dirty rebel. That's not fair. Well, now we got to give it.
I Googled it. I had to find out a catchy one.
Well, now I have kind of a bone. Now everybody knows Home Alone 1. I don't know how many people have ever seen Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2 has Donald Trump in it.
Yeah.
Is that a pre-qualifier?
Yeah. No. Well, no. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying my input is that that's not a movie I have ever seen, but you guys probably have, so that would count then. That's not a thing. You haven't seen it?
Brent wins. Yes.
I will give you the ticket. Yeah, you got.
I Googled famous Christmas quotes, and that was like the 4th one down.
I'll be damned. Well, then there you are. Congratulations, and you have the tickets, and I hope you have a great time on this. It'll be fun. And by golly, next time I see Home Alone 2 on HBO replay or something, I'm going to watch it. And by the way, Brett, was that any better than the first one?
The first one, what? Home Alone 2?
Home Alone. Yeah, was that Home Alone 2 better than Home Alone?
I've seen Home Alone once when I was like 12 years old. I haven't seen any of that crap.
All right, man. Well, we'll put you on hold. Don't go away. We got 2 tickets for Brent who won. Okay. And sorry for the next. Was that Danny? Oh, no, Danny Warfel. That's the guy who shows. That's an automatic name pumps up on our line. Anyway, well, after 5 o'clock, we'll do it again. We'll have a look. And we may pick another way of giving the tickets away. In fact, we probably should. Because this never works. We never guess anything. So, in other words,
we always give it to the first person.
First caller. You mean we'll just give them to the first caller? What the hell? Make idiots out of ourselves, which, of course, is fun anyway. All right, hold everything. 325. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. We have news. We'll talk about the Texas thing in a second. I do want to pass along something I heard. 2 different things are going on for scams for Christmas shopping, especially for last-minute Christmas shopping, which is us, right? Well, there's some people right now, just a few days beforehand. If you are in the habit of giving gift cards, which I am. Both my daughters love gift cards to a special place that they can and I do it every year, and I give them something else too, but I always make sure they get a gift card for a place they want to go. In fact, I sent Molly a little gift card. I sent her some stuff, some Taylor Swift stuff, but also I'm likely to give her a little gift card to a boot place for her boots for riding and stuff. So anyway, gift cards, as you know how popular they are. Well, two different things are going on. Two different cheating scams on gift cards. One, I saw a video on my phone popped up of a cop showing how you can take a gift card from one of those stands in the store and cut off the top part that has the silver tab on it. Actually, with a pair of scissors, cut it off and take it, put it in your pocket. Then you take the rest of the card and put it back in the envelope because it looks like the whole thing is in there. Because the part that shows in the envelope is a part that you haven't cut off. See what I mean? So people won't know that the top part of the card is gone unless you feel for it. So if you're picking up a card off one of those stands at the Publix or wherever you get them, make sure you feel for the whole thing to make sure there isn't some part that's been cut off. Because what they do is they take them and they cut them and they put them back on the stands. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is they will actually remove the silver strip and get the numbers off it and then put the strip back, but the numbers are gone. And when people go to use the gift card, it says zero money in the account. So I mean, just be cautious. I mean, what a night. I mean, people are so, what's sneaky,
Grinch.
rotten? I mean, it's just.
That's a Grinch thing.
Can
to
you
do,
imagine?
Right?
I mean, my God, going to, and again, there was a story on social media. I read about it. This poor lady, the neighborhood felt sorry for her because she had a new baby, or whatever. So they gave her like $200 worth of stuff for baby clothes and formula, diapers to take care of her new, nothing, zero. She goes to check out with all the stuff at the counter. Zero.
How embarrassing.
Sorry, ma'am. I mean, God, you kill somebody like that. I swear, if they did that to me or my wife or my girlfriend or my mother or something or my daughter or something like that, and I was there and they were there, I'd have freaking killed him. I would have put a bullet in his head.
And
then I put a bullet in the other place because you know what I've told you before. If I ever get in a place where someone's trying to kill me or carjack me and I have to shoot him, the last bullet's going to go right in his nuts.
No. You shoot them in the nuts first, and then you shoot them in the head, so they feel it before they.
Well, I just say, which knee, to start.
You bury the lead if you shoot him in the head first. It's like the Joker says when Batman smashes his head. He goes, never start with the head. It makes you all fuzzy.
Oh, Marshy, 329 with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has done it. He set himself on a collision course with the Biden crime family about the Mexican border. At least 2,000 migrants cross the border every day, with Texas getting most. 12,000 now have been setting records twice this month. And I think just yesterday, in fact, there was a quote from the border agent saying it's the worst day ever, the worst day they've ever had. Can you imagine 12,000 people coming in one day? 12,000. And we're letting them in. Come on in, no problem. Well, they passed a bill, they passed a law, and he signed it in Texas. And it's a way to confront the spiraling humanitarian disaster. It's announced by critics. The law will obviously face a challenge. It's already been sued as of today. The first lawsuit's already been signed. The law allows any Texas lawman or woman to arrest people suspected of entering the country illegally, kick them out, and then if they re-enter, they can get up to 20 years in prison. The consequences should be so extreme that people being smuggled will not want to be coming into the state of Texas, according to the governor. And again, it's a misdemeanor. And when you get caught, you will have you can sign a little document saying, "Okay, I'll go home. Sorry, I came in here." But if you come back, then it turns into big time Charlie. They had to shut down 2 border crossings and the railroads in Texas, in Eagle Pass and El Paso, because so many migrants are hopping on the freight trains. I mean, it looks like those videos from India where they all travel on tops of the trains. You ever seen those? Like 10,000 people on top of the freaking railroads? Jeez. There are 10,000 people a day at some of those crossings. God. And it's fine with the Democrats. They love it.
Whoopah, you're standing on my foot.
331 with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
1063 has a new edge. We are still proud to be Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, but we continue to grow all the time. The Morning Extra now brings you an extra hour of live and local talk, now every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. And Afternoon Drive is off the charts as the Kimmer Show returns to the air in Atlanta from 3 to 6. And in Glenn Beck, Clay Travis, Buck Sexton, Jesse Kelly, Jimmy Fela, Guy Benson, and the resources of Fox News. And that's News Talk Radio done the right way. Extra 106.3 FM and streaming across Georgia on the Extra app.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House again. It's time to just lock them up. Just lock them up. And I bet you think I'm talking about lying Joe and Hunter Biden. While that's a great idea, what I'm really talking about are things like guns, important paperwork, and extra cash you may have just laying around the house. The deals on safes are hot. Drop by the Atlanta Safe House and save hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a quality safe. No appointment needed. Drop by the showroom in Ackworth and let the safe experts help you pick the safe that's right for you. Or go to AtlantaSafehouse.com.
It's now days before Christmas and you're shopping for others, but there's no need to stress because they're Solomon Brothers. Whether for mom or dad, your husband or wife, you'll find the right gift for the love of your life. Now let me tell you why it's worth the drive. We have 1 carat total weight diamond set earrings for just $9.95. Necklaces, rings, watches, and more, all waiting for you. Just visit a store. And what else will you see when you do arrive? A 3 carat tennis bracelet for $29.95. There's no gift like jewelry at just the right price. So shop Solomon Brothers and you'll find something nice. But time's running out, so come see us today and celebrate this season the Solomon way. This holiday season, find the perfect gift for that special someone on your list at Solomon Brothers. So visit us today on Peachtree Road in Buckhead and on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta. You can also shop online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
My name is Pamela Conley. I've worked for Bruce Hagen for 22 years. It's been the best years of my life, and not everyone can say that about their jobs. I'm the intake specialist for new clients, so I am the voice you hear when you call our office and the first face you see when you come by. I love sharing my years of experience with people and alongside Bruce, helping them through what is so often a really hard time. My name is Pamela Conley, and I work for Bruce Hagen. Let him work for you. Hagen-law.com.
Georgia Tech men's basketball is ushering in a new era under the leadership of their new head coach, NBA great Damon Stoudemire. Help Coach Stoudemire return the thrill to the Thriller Dome in McCamish Pavilion. ACC conference play is heating up with opponents like the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Syracuse Orange making trips to McCamish. Make your plans not to miss a moment of all the action. To purchase tickets and get more information, visit RamblinWreck.com. Sting 'em.
Traveling for the holidays? Pure Talk has you covered because they just added international roaming to over 30 countries. That's right. Whether you're making calls from the Vatican or on a beach in the Bahamas, you're covered. From the steps of Buckingham Palace or your villa in Santorini, you can dial away. And here's the best part. There's no rate increase. Pure Talk still saves the average family almost $1,000 a year with plans starting at just $20 a month. And they put you on America's most dependable 5G network, so the coverage is second to none. Stop dragging your feet. Switch to Pure Talk, a veteran-owned wireless company with simply the best U.S. customer service team. Now with international roaming to over 30 countries. From your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword SAVE NOW to make the switch. And you'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say save now to start saving on wireless now.
The biggest election coverage in the South from Atlanta's only true conservative voice. As the election draws closer and things get heated, Extra 106.3 will bring you the voices you know and trust to sort through the muck.
Where was the free speech rights when the conservatives were trying to talk?
Where's the free speech when somebody put the word Trump on the sidewalk?
Right. And stream our coverage all day from anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
Ho, ho, ho. Christmas time.
Want you for Christmas. I need you for Christmas. I love you for Christmas. I'm
Who's this guy, Flounder?
It's Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick, of course. In fact, now that song...
That's the song I want. It originally goes, I Want You to Want Me.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a different song, and they had a Christmas
They did
word,
a
so
Christmas
even
word.
I remember that song. I'll be damned.
You sure it's Cheap Trick?
Yeah. Who'd you think it was?
It doesn't sound like them, though. It doesn't sound like Cheap. It sounds like a knockoff band.
You remember now, but the song is them.
Yeah. And they did. Dwight Yoakam did the song, too. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I didn't know well, I guess everybody's probably got a Christmas song.
Live at Budokan, one of the greatest live albums of all time.
Well, I've
Cheap
never
Trick.
heard of anything involving that word you just said. Budokan? What the hell is Budokan?
Budokan, it's in Tokyo. It's like the Fox Theater in
God.
Tokyo. It's an arena.
337. Man, it's a world
Bob
travel.
Dylan has a live album from there. Everybody plays Budokan.
The Dillster. Well, the Bob Ballooney. Let's see. Our birthday list. Kim, Repeat, and Flounder, by the way, 337 on 106.3. Christmas week. Having a good time just being goofy. Our birthday list includes Jennifer Beals from the movie where she had the bucket of water poured all over her when she was dancing, when somebody else was dancing, pretending it was her. Flashdance. And they had the Bull Mastiff, and he gave her the Bull Mastiff. Guy, remember that when he showed up at the end when she won her audition? And then
I never saw the movie.
Oh, my God. Anyway.
I just saw
the
scene.
Yeah, well, Jennifer Beals, 60 years old. And they made a big deal about it because they hid the name of the woman who did the dancing. And finally, I think they had to go to, I don't know whether she sued or agent sued or something, but they didn't want anybody to know that was not Jennifer Beals doing the dancing. And you'll notice that you never saw her face. Through that entire dance move, they never saw her face. They did it deliberately. They didn't want to spoil, and they didn't want to put up credits saying choreographer dancing by somebody other than Jennifer. And eventually it came out, and she got a credit, I think, at some point. But just for the record, but that was a big thing back then when it happened. All right, let's see. History list. Yada teen, tum bum boom. Here we go. 1942, World War II veteran and daredevil Eddie Rickenbacker was pulled out of the Pacific Ocean after he and 6 other men had been missing for 22 days. In 1942, they would have starved to death but for the seagull they caught and ate. Rickenbacker was on a secret special mission in the South Pacific when he went missing in World War II, 1942.
Great movie about his life, and they show that scene in there about when they're trapped like that.
Cool.
What a life he led.
Remember the name of the movie?
Probably the Eddie Rickenbacker story. They probably just named it after him, if I remember.
He was a daredevil. I don't know much about him other than he was
our first ace.
Yeah.
In World War I, he was our first ace, and he was an auto racer. That's why they wanted him to be a pilot. They said, well, if you can race a car, you can race a plane.
That's what it was. I remember there was something special about him. I guess he was the first one.
And he was our first ace, got 5 kills in World War I. And then later, didn't he start Eastern Airlines, or was the big wig
I think he was one of the CEO or the something. Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah.
I believe you're right. 3:30, almost 3:40. Can repeat in Flounder. By the way, Flounder sent, all right, now I don't understand this. Flounder sent something here, and it's Clay Travis posting something on Facebook or on someplace, and it says, "Good morning from Australia," and it's a list of terms from Barnhob. I'm not familiar with what the hell is it?
God, don't do this.
A bunch of analyzing the top 10. What the hell? Parnbop? What is it? Pornhub. Oh, okay, I'm not. Again, the most searched terms, and I tried to open it, but it doesn't say anything.
Be careful.
But it won't open. It just says ha ha ha. Favorite things. Everybody's laughing, but I can't find any of the listings. Where's the answer? What are the top 10 things? I don't see them. It says top 10 most searched terms on Pornhub list is out. And I don't see, there's no such list. Where is it? I mean, how are you supposed to get to it?
Top 10 most searched.
I mean, I was Flounder to send it to us. But and you open it up, it's a Clay Travis thing on X, but there's no list. Well, maybe
they
it
have
goes on in the
last
video.
year's list, but they don't have this year's list up.
Well,
there.
anyway, I guess there's a list of every. In fact, we should be doing year-end lists, I guess, too, shouldn't we? Yeah, by the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we need to do year-end lists and Christmas.
I have one.
Okay.
I have one coming up in sports. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. In fact, we should. I feel terrible about this. I'm kind of just slopping away here like an idiot. Also,
by the way, last year, 2022, the number 1 search on Pornhub included the word lesbian. I I can't say the other one.
No, there's a lot of different possibilities.
Well, we did this on the podcast a year ago. I think Pete did like a year-end review on what was most searched.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we can get away with that.
Yeah, they're a little different on the AM/FM modulation.
The actual radio.
Okay, we could do two.
All right.
Two of the words, cosplay and trans.
Oh, yeah, but all of a sudden, I've had people, I'm not familiar, but people have told me that all of a sudden when they're searching these various adult websites, that all of a sudden a whole bunch of tranny videos popping up. There wasn't your normal basic.
Well, the funny thing is one of the popular ones is I was listening to the Clay is I think it's called hentai, and it's animation porn.
Yeah, isn't that all like
it's like cartoons.
Yeah, it's cartoon porn.
What's wrong with you?
Who could?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who could possibly want to watch that?
I don't know. I guess like gamers.
Well,
seriously,
they have Lois from the. They have Lois.
Yeah,
from
Lois from Family Guy. Well, that's funny. I mean, a takeoff like that is like that could be funny. But who would watch cartoon porn?
Like Judy Jetson,
Lord.
Wonder Woman. Come on.
Oh no,
Wonder
Woman. Bad legs. I'm sorry, just not a good thing. Bad mouth like a torn pocket. 342. The Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 404.
You are gay.
404. Shut up. 404. I might as well be. Who cares? What difference does it make? I'm a freaking incel no matter what. I might as well be gay. Geez. Anyway, 404-741-1230. 741-1230 is our phone number. Oh, I'm going to do this stupid story on the J6 thing because it's important to show how I guarantee the FBI is behind all of this and all these fake rogue people on the January 6th thing. We'll get into in a second. First of all, this morning, I listen to the morning show all morning long, basically, and it's the Rhino by himself. He's in there all by himself. Apparently, everybody else is sick. Everybody a lot
of people are. Some folks are also already taking off for the holidays.
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, even a morning show podcast, board op Joe was sick, and one of the others was sick, and the guy, a couple other people who were going to be here are sick, and everybody was sick. So he did the whole show by himself. And by the way, he had a man. By the way, I don't. Have you listened to Rhino much? The man has a thing about being naked. Have you heard him talk about this? He walks around naked all the time. He decided to go over to his neighbor's house and decided to go into the hot tub, and he didn't have a bathing suit, so he says, well, bathing suits are optional. So he just hops into his neighbor's hot tub with his neighbor naked.
Is his neighbor a guy?
I don't know. I'm positive. Yeah. Anyway. I don't get it. Oh, by the way, he brought Amanda in to talk with me. Amanda's so sweet. We just love Amanda. And they were talking about dating stuff and icky stuff and things like that. And he was saying reacting to social media now is starting to blast Taylor Swift because every time they put her picture up on the scoreboard or the Ombotron, whatever they call it, at the Kansas City Stadium, the guys start booing her. And Flounder was saying, yeah, get her off there. We don't want some chick involved with a football thing. And I can't believe it. She's not the one. She's not putting her picture up there. She's not saying, hey, please put me on TV. She's a victim of this. And for the crowd to turning on her is just, these people who don't get romance and they should be happy. How could you not be happy about a girl who's done all that in her life without a man to love permanently is now showing the signs of being a girl in love? Oh, my God, how could you not celebrate and be happy for her?
Yeah, and the Chiefs are playing like ass. So, yeah, that's why they're booing
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, she didn't do anything. My God. All right, 345.
Yeah, she took attention away from the game.
Well, no, she didn't. They showed 4 seconds of a shot of her up there.
They probably, I bet they
Burner is a witch.
Yeah,
Burner.
Oh, my God.
A lot of attention is put on her at the game versus what's going on the field.
Well, okay, fine. This is unbelievable. You two cold-hearted bastards. That's all. That's fine. If I call a bunch of cold-hearted bastards. I'm sorry. That's what it is. How could you turn against Taylor Swift being a girl being in love? I mean, you should be celebrating. Oh, get her off the damn screen. You Grinches for Christmas.
I can't get the vision of Rhino naked in a hot tub.
I know,
and all I can think of is the term Vienna sausage.
Well, why would you expose your shortcomings? 346 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
The Morning Extra is the right way to start your day. And here's what you missed.
Biden's 81.
Yeah.
He's already living on borrowed time. Really? I mean, think about it.
It's a grueling job, both mentally and physically. This man can't do the job. He's proven to us every single day that he can't do the job. Things are going to get worse.
The Morning Extra, now every morning from 6 to 10 a.m., only on Extra 106.3.
It's the Subaru Share the Love event. So put a little love in your heart this holiday season at Subaru of Gwinnett. You're going to love the full line of new Subarus in stock now, from the Outback and Forester to the Legacy, Crosstrek, and BRZ. Each Subaru built to superior safety standards to protect your loved ones. You know, it's a fact. Subaru owners show a lot of love, especially to the environment and those in need. So right now, during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities with any new Subaru lease or purchase. Visit Subaru of Gwinnett for complete details and log on to SubaruofGwinnett.com for amazing lease and financing offers on all new Subaru models. This holiday season, drive a Subaru and share the love, and Subaru will pay it forward with a $250 donation to your choice of 5 charities. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard, Duluth. Subaru will donate $250 to purchaser or lessee selected national and hometown charities. Log on to Subaru.com/share or call 678-475-3500 for details.
You've been listening to Ray Giudice for years. He's a smart guy. You know he knows DUI and criminal law. He's been in practice for over 30 years. But did you know Ray knows some of the best legal minds in the business? From labor contracts to real estate to divorce. Ray can help you through it all. He can put together the legal team you need. He's the guy you call when you've got legal questions. So call him at 404-964-4185. Ray Giudice, 404-964-4185.
Hey, it's Los here with Rhonda Duffy of Duffy Realty. And Rhonda, you've been saving Atlanta homeowners tens of thousands of dollars over the years on one simple premise. Why would you pay more for the exact same service?
So I went to the hospital to get a CT scan done, and they have you fill out a form that says what it would be if they charged your insurance, which is an option that I have. But what it would have been was $6,800 versus $410. Now listen, I didn't get a lesser process. I still got the top machine, the doctor who read it, but that's a huge gap. But we're dealing with that with real estate commissions. Our process is not a lesser commission. We're still dealing with the same forms, the same MLSs. It's all the same. So the question is, just because you choose to pay more doesn't mean you get more. That's why Duffy Realty was built. That's why we're so successful. Money matters.
So when it's time to buy or sell your next home, visit DuffyRealtyATL.com.
DuffyRealtyATL.com.
When you own a business, you know where you're going. But there's always one question on your mind. How do I get there? With Piedmont Bank as your banking partner, your business has the support and financial expertise to bring you clear answers to that question. Because the heart of Piedmont Bank is built on professional insight, experience, and personalized financial solutions. So let's start a conversation and get you to wherever there is for you. Find a location near you at Piedmont.bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Step into the great outdoors with Realtree, Georgia's very own outdoor company. Hi, I'm Bill Jordan, and I'm here to tell you about the incredible experiences that await you and your loved ones. At Realtree, we've dedicated ourselves to creating quality products and experiences that enhance your outdoor lifestyle. Whether you're an experienced hunter or a novice angler, Realtree has everything you need to make your outdoor adventures a success. Visit Realtree.com to discover a world of possibilities. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors.
For the latest coverage of Israel at war, keep it right here on Extra 106.3 for Fox News updates at the top of every hour and the conservative voices you trust bringing you the latest.
Immediately, the Hamas goons took advantage of the situation and blamed it on Israel, and a good rancid hunk of the American media was eager to accept that explanation.
And stream our coverage anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Christmas pop songs with Elton John. And it was on this day, 2005. Sir Elton turned down about $7 million for exclusive rights to his civil union to his partner, David Furnish. The couple had considered the offer from a U.S. TV channel, wanted to film the rights to his marriage. putting the money in the Elton John AIDS Foundation, but they told Attitude magazine they decided to keep the day private. I certainly can see that. Now they broke up, didn't they? Didn't they?
No.
What? They're still together?
No, they haven't broken up.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't do anything. 351. Those people who put a snake in your mailbox, I swear to God, they're like Unitarians. I mean, they question everything. Oh, my God.
Those people?
Those singers. Those singers and Broadway people.
Moving right along. We're walking.
Our birthday list, the disgusting Alyssa Milano is 51 today. Or is that her IQ?
At what point?
Oh, she was so hot, man. Especially when she was about 14. Yeah. Sorry, but she was a dish.
What?
Well, no, when she
my
was...
God, keep moving.
When she was 24.
Quit talking.
When she was 24.
Okay.
I'm on a history thing. A couple quick things. Speaking of sickness, last night when the whole morning, it looked like the whole place was sick and stuff, and we were all hanging around with them, at the Christmas party. And then yesterday and now today they're sick. So I'm assuming, and Flounder says he feels sick, so there's something going around. So anyway, so here we go. And by the way, and last night I'm sure this was probably not good. Last night, as I was leaving after 6 o'clock, obviously, and Mr. Dickey was still here. And he was right there, right here in the bullpen area. So I come out the door and I said, "Hey, you're supposed to go home." And I realized I was probably a little aggressive because he was sick. He didn't make it to the Christmas party Saturday night because he was sick. And all of a sudden he shows up and crack of dawn on Monday, and he's here the whole time. He's here after 6 o'clock. And I said, "You're supposed to go home." And he said, "Oh, no." I said, "I hope you're feeling better, but you go get some sleep, man." And I realized you're not really supposed to yell at the guy who owns the joint. So anyway, but I think he's back. Everybody's getting something. So I don't know. Is what the hell? I don't care. Also, this is honestly, God, we have actual newsy stuff, including breaking news. This is so. If you can see on YouTube right now. This is really a first for me. You guys should be proud of me. And Flounder is the one who set this all up. I am now sitting in front of me, holding in my hand, my right hand, I'm holding my iPhone with a story that Flounder just sent me on our text messaging little doodad thing, little round circle texting message thing, and a loose story on that. And in front of me, on the anchor desk here, is my iPad, which is set up to get the picture of the most searched terms, which we got of Pornhub, I'm not sure, of the most searched terms, which Flounder got. So I've got two different devices, and by the way, they're both plugged into different power cord things. I mean, it's just unbelievable. This has never happened. I've never seen such a thing. Well, two special social devices at the same time to be a better broadcaster for you, the little people.
Welcome to 2009.
Well,
Cameron.
there you are. I'm sorry, but this is big for me. In fact, a couple things. First of all, let's do the Pornhub. Pornhub. We have that list. I can't do the whole list, but this was the most searched for terms in 2023 of the adult website Pornhub. Again, hentai, which is cartoon. Cartoon porn is the number one search thing on Pornhub. Number 2 is MILF. Lady I'd like to kiss, as that stands for. 3, lesbian.
That's the most common, I'd probably say.
What, MILF?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Clay says, it's the vanilla ice cream of...
Yeah. Although number 3 is lesbian. And number 4 is Japanese. I mean, I totally get all of those. And again, ladies,
but where's the difference? Or what's the number between Japanese and Asian?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Japanese.
How can
5,
somebody
6, 7 Asian is 7?
They really think the difference when they do the search?
Well,
oh my God, you're being extremely racist here, Flounder.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's making a very absolute strong point. If you are Googling, I mean,
Asian. I mean, it's kind of.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Right.
Asian could be anything from Pakistani to Korean.
Well, I have been told that if you Google Japanese porn, you're likely to find a lot of various stages of salivating involved with the various people involved in these particular films.
Scenes.
Who's telling you these
the
things?
Asian thing? I've been told if you Google Asian. It's a little more wide open. Anyway, Japanese number 4. Penne is number 5. I don't even know what that is. Is that more cartoons? Pinay? That's the number 5th most searched thing on Pornhub. I don't know what it is.
Penne?
Penne.
I don't know.
I think it's like cartoon. I don't know. And then, this, I guess, is an abbreviation for analysis. Would be number 6.
Go down the dirt road.
So 7 is Asian. 8 is Latina. 9 is Big Butt. 10 Stepmom. And then anime is again, anime is another fake. Anime is more cartoons. Then threesome and then ebony and massage. What's that? Penne is Filipino?
Filipino.
I'll be done. Well, I did not know that. So it's like kind of like Asian. So it's got the non-white, or 3 of the top 10 are non-white.
Oh, kind of like Asian. like a minor league Asian. Is that what you're trying to insinuate here?
No, again,
not quite in the big leagues yet.
Again,
right there.
So I've read that, that all Filipinos are from Japan, but not all Japanese are from the Philippines. So, again, that could be wrong. Let's see. Down at the end, they got, what is it, like 20 of them is mature. Again, animation. There's another one for animation. Black, Korean, Indian, trans, cosplay, amateur, POV, femboy. Anyway, so there you go. That's the thing. Now... Sorry, kind of blow this whole second. 3:57, and Flounder sent me this story. We were talking about the protests going on, and once again at the U.S. Capitol today, dozens. They say a total of 80 were rounded up. 60 pro-Palestinian, Jew-hating insurrectionists were just arrested at the Capitol. It was another insurrection at the Capitol, so I assume they'll be held without bail. And won't be able to go before a judge who will say, oh, yeah, no bail, and we'll get back to you in a few months. I assume another insurrection, shutting down the Capitol, trespassing in the Capitol without permission. That's what the January 6th people did. And look what happened to them. And again, the 60 of them just got arrested. Or does that only happen to mostly peaceful January 6th defendants? Some reaction. I'm willing to bet not one of them will be prosecuted. They'll all be released. They all got arrested. They'll all be released. And coming up, the January 6th victory for a guy named Brandon. His actual name is Let's Go Brandon Stratka. And by God, he won one and showed that they were setting him up. I guarantee it was part of the whole federal Gestapo of investigation attitude. Also, the new bumper sticker, my son did not go to Harvard. Proudly displayed as more and more people are saying no. And by the way, since now people are no longer even willing to get early admission to Harvard, a lot of other folks are saying, damn, now I'm going to apply because now they're letting anybody because the people applying are way down. It's all coming up. Almost 4 o'clock with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Also, we have a concert quiz, a sciatica nerve update, and Pete Davis has a game for us to play. We have Pete's tweets, holy crap at sports, a billion things all coming up here, including a little stew. Speaking of Palestinian protesters, Palestinian, Alec Baldwin in a little melee. That's next with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder coming up 4 o'clock right here.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Of the U.S. Senate can hit home. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. A holiday break had been delayed by talks on border security tied to the president's request for billions of dollars, including aid for Israel and Ukraine. But after failing to reach agreement, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the goal will now be to pass something as soon as they return in January. Republicans want changes in immigration policy.
These numbers are out of control. They have completely lost control at the border.
Senate Minority Whip John Thune just telling Fox News.
The administration hasn't up until recently gotten serious about the policy changes that are going to be required to stem the flow at the border. We will get this done. It may be early January.
White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre says a new Texas law is extreme and dehumanizes migrants.
Which is what Republicans tend to do. Certain Republicans tend to do is dehumanize immigrants and also demonize them. And that's what we're seeing here.
The Texas governor accusing the federal government indictment of deliberate inaction as he signed the law making it a crime to cross the border illegally, allowing arrests and deportations by the state. Civil rights groups filed a lawsuit today arguing that's unconstitutional and preempted by federal law. An international coalition is on patrol to protect ships in the Red Sea.
Several nations, some named publicly and others not, are participating in Operation Prosperity Guardian to increase patrols and protection for commercial vessels facing missile and drone attacks from Houthi militants based in Yemen.
From the beginning, we've said that this is an international challenge. It requires collective and international action.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says the operation is intended to send a message to Houthis backed by Iran that the attacks must stop.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Meantime, the U.S., EU, NATO, and several countries, including Yemen, issuing a joint statement condemning Houthi interference with navigational rights. The Dow up 251 at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. And what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing. If you join before December 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another 10% off all of 2024. That's 12 months of savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 30th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE. 866-89-BIBLE.
C is for the candy trimmed around the Christmas tree. H is for the happiness with all the family.
That's Christmas, all right.
R is for the reindeer prancing by the window pane. I is for the icing on the cake as sweet as sugar cane. S is for the stocking on the chimney wall. T is for the toys beneath the tree so tall.
Kablam! No, it's almost over.
Where everyone is kissed.
M is for mistletoe.
A is for the angels who make up the Christmas list. S is for old Santa who makes every kid his pet. Be good and he'll bring you everything in your Christmas alphabet.
Okay, so who is that, Flounder?
For the candy trimmed
I forget the guy's name. Dick somebody? Valentine? Or
It's for the happiness with all the...
Well, it's Christmas time.
In my ear.
It's 404 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's our phone number if you want to join us. 404-741-1230. 404-741-1230.
Flounder, where are our special Christmas songs?
I got one right here if you're ready to, if your ears are ready for it.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right here now. Oh, here we go. You know, it kind of reminds me, I should do my cat squeezing Christmas carols. I used to do that years ago on the radio. And I may have to bring that back if I try to pull it off. Anyway, certainly in the Christmas spirit here with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. Christy Swanson's birthday, the actress, 53 years old today, Christy Swanson. She's been, the name's familiar. I saw her face and I remember. People know who she is. She's been around a while. And on this day in history,
she was the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ah, there you are. There you are. She's well known. Her name's real. Christy Swanson. She's a very well known name. If you saw her face, you'd probably recognize her.
She's also a well known conservative.
Makes that
all right, so one of you at a time here. Flounder, you go first. No, Flounder, go first. Oh, you just left the room.
No, I was just going to say, Christy Swanson is also a very well-known conservative. She's on Twitter, and she's very outspoken about Trump and things like that.
And now somebody wants to talk to you, too. Come on in. He's trying to get a hold of your attention. Is that helping on the show? Is that about the show? No, Flounder's leaving the room. Uh-oh, something bad happened. Somebody just came in and told Flounder something bad. Anyway, what were you saying, Pete? I'm sorry, we cut you off because I was doing the thing. Christy Swanson.
What makes that dog Christmas song special is the Ellie Mae walking around the cement pond music there and when the dog isn't barking.
The cement pond. 1989, it's the longest-running sitcom and longest-running animated show. 1989, The Simpsons debuts on Fox as a half-hour primetime show. It was originally a series of bits on the Tracy Ullman show 2 years earlier. But again, 1989, Fox put it on prime time. Very bizarre, and it worked like crazy. I'm a Family Guy guy. I never really got into The Simpsons at all for some reason. I don't know why. I just never watched it. But the Family Guy. In fact, now my biggest fun now is if I'm walking around and there's a Family Guy from like 2010 or 2008 or something or whatever. Man, watch it because they got really brutal back in those days. Holy cow! All right, 407 Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How you doing? We got a lot of like newsy stuff, including a victory for a guy named Brandon Straka. You may not know the name, but he is a former liberal, founder of Walk Away Movement, a cause he started 5 years ago to help voters who were disenchanted with the Democrat Party break ties with their progressive agenda. Well, he's been in battle for years to clear his name after a civil lawsuit related to his being at the Capitol January 6th for the mostly peaceful Ashley Babbitt Day. The only person who died as a result of January 6th insurrection, who was actually a protest, was by a rogue, reckless cop who murdered her, basically shooting an unarmed woman in the neck. Well, and now the battle of Brandon Straka is over, and he won. Here's what's going on. I'll read this to you. Oh, my iPad just went dark. I got to go get my iPad back. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, the thing. Okay. He says, quote, 2 years ago, I was served a civil lawsuit by 8 black and brown Capitol Police officers whom I've never met, had no contact with on January 6th, and whom I was not even within proximity of. They sued me under the KKK Act, alleging that I engaged in a white supremacist attack on black and brown police officers, that I caused their so-called injuries, which included being pepper sprayed and becoming exhausted. Those were their injuries, exhausted and pepper spray, and conspiring to encroach on their civil rights, he writes. Almost every detail and allegation against me was a lie. In fact, I'll say it, a known lie. Knowing that I committed no violence on January 6th, did not encourage anybody else to either. This lawsuit alleged that I, quote, violently breached the barricades of the Capitol and proceeding to attack police officers, including the plaintiffs. The case entered discovery, where we gathered evidence that conclusively showed that none of those officers were even on the side of the building I was on during my brief time on Capitol grounds. One of the plaintiffs was in Maryland at the time that I was there. This case has cost me well into 6 figures and hundreds of hours of my time, which of course was the whole point. Now the lefty rights has weaponized our legal system, turning Democrat majority districts into a playground where they can abuse the process to harm those who get in the way of their political agendas. But this case was even too preposterous for the D.C. courts. After years of fighting, I won. This is a much-needed victory for truth, for decency, for even a shred of restoration of our faith that justice still exists within corners of our legal system. I want to thank all of you who helped out. And again, this was Brandon Straka who won his case when they set him up and lied about him as part of the January 6th mostly peaceful Ashley Babbitt Day. I'm telling you, I guarantee the liars at the FBI hierarchy are all behind all of this. 410, again, we mentioned the story, 60 of the protesters today just got arrested at the Capitol for insurrection, but of course they'll all never be spending a day or a minute in jail. They may take them to the jail to be processed and let them go. I guarantee you they're not going to solitary like the people on January 6th did. And now protesters and more illegal protesters, agitators flooding Penn Station and Grand Central Station. Big protest on Monday, and they were telling Israel to go to hell. These were pro-Palestinian Palestinian Jew haters, and Alec Baldwin kind of lost it. Flounder, we're going to play a little soundbite here with Alec Baldwin. He got in the face of the protesters who got in his face and started mocking Alec Baldwin for his tanking career. And you're going to hear, it's mostly shouting, but I'll tell you what he said when he was asked if he condemned Israel. Baldwin said, hell no, and then they started saying some bad words here. Flounder, if you will.
Is that your answer? Is that your answer? You ask stupid questions. You condemn. Ask me just
Gosh. Anyway, what he said was when he was asked, Alec Baldwin, police officers had to escort him. He had no problem shouting back at the people when the protesters spotted him and darted toward him, accusing him of supporting Israel. Baldwin had no problem shouting back at him, but then was met with the ire of the protesters. One guy shouted, "Shut your blanking mouth, you have no blanking shame," shouted at Baldwin. When he was asked if he condemned Israel, Baldwin said, "No, I support peace for Gaza. Go blank yourself," the guy said. "You ask stupid questions," said Baldwin. "Ask me a smart question, I'll answer your smart question." Well, Baldwin is able to get through a door he's right in front of. The guy said, "By the way, your career's tanking." Alec was on his way to volunteer to teach an acting class, and he had no intention of going to the protest. Yeah. The back and forth came after demonstrators found their way to the hall at the Penn Station. Cops stymied their efforts to get in there, putting up barricades around the entrances. But anyway, this is all Alec Baldwin taking on the folks for the protesters. Not that it was a particularly big deal, but this is fairly amusing. At 4:12 in the afternoon, by the way, students are now rejecting early acceptance at Harvard. They're actually getting accepted. Now, if you remember the days applying to college, if you apply right and you're a really great student, if they really want you, you get early acceptance and you have to not worry about sending other stuff out for other colleges. It used to be a huge deal. I mean, I guess it probably still is. But now students are saying, "Oh, I got early acceptance to Harvard. Never mind. I don't think so." They're talking about the anti-Semitism on the campus. Others saying a Harvard degree is going to hurt them because employers are all over public now saying, if you go to Harvard, I'm not hiring you because of the way what you stand for and what's happened to you, what's been going on with you. Anyway, more about that coming up. 4:13 with the Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. Give away more tickets to Jordan Peterson next hour, by the way, with the Kipper, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3.
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
I will be your soothsayer today. The Queen and I bought our first home in 1974. There was a $2,000 tax credit for people who purchased new construction. So I lowered my income taxes that year by $2,000, money that I earned and put into a new home. Well, now the Biden administration is cooking up something new, and they'll probably be able to get support from Democrats and Republicans. Another tax credit for people who want to buy homes. But this one is not going to be aimed at helping builders increase home construction. No, it's going to be aimed at transferring wealth. It'll be another tax credit, but this time it will be what they call, this hideous name, a refundable tax credit, which means you'll get, let's say, a $5,000 tax credit if you buy a home. Not necessarily a new one this time, but if you don't owe $5,000 in taxes, the government will simply pay you the difference from somebody else's pocket. Let's say you have a $5,000 tax credit from Biden and the Democrats and the Republicans, but you only owe $2,000 in taxes, so the government will write you a check for $3,000. Income redistribution. The check comes from somebody who actually worked for and earned that money. It's the same thing as that ridiculous, poorly named earned income tax credit we have right now, which is nothing more than another government handout. The sad thing is the Democrats will propose it. The Republicans will back it up because, after all, people need to own their own home, right? No matter whose money they used to pay for it. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Stop dreaming. Start driving. Get the gift that keeps on giving with the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration at RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Each of our certified pre-owned vehicles undergoes an exhaustive process of analysis, inspection, and reconditioning until it meets the uncompromising standards of RBM of Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz. For a limited time, get special financing from as low as 3.39% APR. In addition, you'll receive unlimited confidence with Mercedes-Benz's unlimited mileage warranty, delivering continued assurance for up to 7 years. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details and see how to qualify. We'd love to welcome you to the RBM of Atlanta family. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Not all offers apply to all vehicles, and special financing available to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Services through January 2nd, 2024. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call 770-390-0700 for details.
I think it's time to get rid of that old, ugly garage door.
Get rid of it? All it needs is a quick repair. Where's my duct tape and WD-40?
This is Dan Watkins with All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors, and let us be the ones to tell you if you need a repair or a replacement. If you have a wooden or uninsulated steel door, a replacement will always pay for itself with energy savings. But if your door is insulated and not very old, put down the duct tape and let us come out to service your door the right way. Head to allfourseasonsgarages.com or give us a call today.
Calling all aspiring tradespeople. Ready to master a new skill to boost your career? Introducing the Blue Collar Virtual Trade School. Learn from industry experts from the comfort of your own home. Whether it's HVAC, plumbing, or electrical work, we've got you covered. Gain hands-on expertise through immersive virtual simulations and connect with instructors who have been in the field. Elevate your career potential. The Blue Collar Virtual Trade School, where future begins with a click. Visit thebluecollarvirtualtradeschool.com or call 678-916-6145.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for a new weekly radio show, Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. This week's guest is Captain Darren Hall of the Cobb County Police Department. Tune in on Saturday or find it online at thepodcastpark.com.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 770-627-3235 or online at atlbail.com.
There we go. Stand by. This is the Kansas song.
Andy, everybody wants 10,000 maniacs.
Pretty cool. Sad news on this day in 2000, 23 years ago, 10,000 Maniacs guitarist Robert Buck died of liver failure. He was only 42. Best known for Hey Jack Kerouac, What's the Matter Here, and Candy Everybody Wants. I like this song. Right. What's 10,000 Maniacs has a song that I know and I don't remember the title. What's their most popular?
They did one of the MTV Unplugged albums, and they did a what was the name of the song?
They had a huge song that I remember the sound of this.
Leave the Night, or
yeah, it was who sings that song originally?
Because of the Night.
Because of the night.
That was Patti
Smith and Bruce Springsteen.
Patti Smith. Anyway, 10,000 Maniacs, just for your entertainment. Our birthday list includes Marla Sokoloff. You remember her? She was on the TV series The Practice. She was that young redhead chick who showed up as the series was going on. Man, I had the hots for her. Holy cow. Marla Sokoloff, 43 years old. There's different kinds of redheads. There's there's kind of the dark auburn redhead. There's the strawberry blonde redhead. There's the fiery reddy redhead. There's sort of the orange redhead. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of redheads. And she was back now. I just looked at her picture now. She's gotten much darker hair these days. But back when she was on the practice, she was the kind of redhead. And she had the kind. Redheads also have a certain mouth. They have a like full lip mouth and of a certain style of redhead. And she looks like a girl I grew up with. I won't give her full name. Her name was Lori, and she was a next door neighbor down the street. And she was a beautiful redhead, married to Tim, a good friend of mine. They're still married today, by the way. This is 1966, and Marla Sokoloff is 43, and man, she was just a doll. Anyway, a happy birthday to her. But she's the kind of redhead that of the particular ones that was particularly attractive back in the day. Not that I should even say something like that. Let's see. Let's do a little sum here on the old thing here. History. 1732, Benjamin Franklin began publishing Poor Richard's Almanac. That was 1732. And in 1732, Thomas Paine started his first American crisis essay. And in 1843, Charles Dickens published A Christmas Carol. All three publishing dates in history. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. All right, here we go. Students rejecting Harvard early acceptance because of the anti-Semitism. One student, a family in particular, were not celebrating getting into Harvard early. Instead of taking their offer from Harvard, the student is now scrambling to send applications to the remaining Ivy League schools, Stanford, MIT, and Emory. The student who is not Jewish is applying elsewhere over concerns that going to Harvard might hurt his employment schedule and prospects. There's a guy who runs a company called Command Education, which helps people fill out forms and get into college. Like the companies that got in the scandal when, back over in the West Coast, people, all those actresses and stuff. Anyway, so the guy who owns the company says, oh, my God, why would you go to Emory if you've already gotten into Harvard? And he says, well, because of what's going on with the people at Harvard. And incidentally, Yale saw its lowest early acceptance rate in more than 20 years. And this guy reports that Duke in North Carolina and Emory here in Atlanta are popular with students seeking alternatives to the Ivy League. Duke had 1,000 more applicants than any time earlier Decision Plus, and about 30% increase from last year. The second-tier schools are becoming more and more viable options, so their acceptance rates are going to continue to drop. So more people now are applying to get out of Harvard. And in fact, our friends at the Babylon Bee said there's a proud parent whose child just got into a university other than Harvard, and they're so proud they've decided to slap a "My kid did not go to Harvard" bumper sticker on their car. Not going to Harvard is one of the clearest indications that someone has intelligence, character, and common sense, said parent Susan Grantwood as she wiped away a tear. I'm just so proud of my son. Wow, their kid didn't go to Harvard. Lucky, said one passerby. That woman must have really done a great job raising her kids. My kid didn't go to Harvard bumper sticker sits next to a second bumper sticker about one of the children finishing a marathon, and yet another bumper sticker commemorating a daughter's first place finish in a national ballet competition. I love my kids so much. They're all talented, but Stevie's my favorite because he's not going to Harvard. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's real. It's real. They say it's real. Politics coming up here with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder as well, including the latest on James Biden. The Iowa governor is having a real problem with Donald Trump. Ow, God. What did I forget, Flounder?
All right, how about a comedy bit here?
A little comedy bit there. You go.
God.
Any guesses? Yes, exclusively Chinese bitches. That's all that's ever been on that team. That's all that will ever be on that team. I wonder why they're not getting golds anymore. Snapping together iPads all day is tough. Suicide nets around their building so they can jump out, bounce right back. Sorry, boss, just need some fresh air.
Oh, my God. Is that the guy who was just in the news?
Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh. And I forgot what he was complaining. He was complaining about
cancel culture.
Cancel culture, yeah.
He was for cancel culture.
Yeah, he said you have to stand up to take responsibility if you say something. And there he is being.
That should be the complete opposite of what a comedian thinks.
Exactly. But, I mean, take a look at the world.
He's from the stupidest generation ever put out, so the one that came after it. So, what do you expect?
I mean, seriously, look at. I mean, this business about Harvard. I never, in my wildest dreams. And I'm a preppy, so the prep school students are feeder schools to go to Ivy League schools. And I never in my wildest dreams would I ever have thought that getting into Harvard would be a negative and that you would try to avoid it at all costs.
Wait. So you're telling me that Michigan State and Arizona State are Ivy League schools? I didn't know they had joined the Ivy League.
There were.
This is news.
Maybe I didn't want to go to Harvard or Yale or Princeton or Brown or Dartmouth or Penn or Williams or Amherst or Cornell or all of them. I guess there are 9 of them.
Amherst, not Ivy League.
It's Amherst, not Amherst.
Yeah, Amherst, I don't think is Ivy League. No.
Well, it's like Williams. Williams, my brother went to Williams, hardest school in the country to get into. Yeah. Anyway, great little college.
We got Scott on the phone in Mableton. He wants to say hello.
Scott in Mableton, happy Christmas early and happy New Year early. You're on the radio, man. What's going on?
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Well, I don't know what they call Harvard nowadays, but if you go to Emory, I think you would become an Emeroid.
Yeah, you're the Emeroids at Emory. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Harvards. I don't know what
God. It's like, and what about those 2 knuckleheads that were caught in the U.S. Senate this past weekend?
Yeah. By the way, have you seen the new headlines now? Apparently, the gay community think there's a new gay nightclub in the Senate housing, the office building of the United States Senate. It's turned into a gay nightclub. I mean, my God.
I did. Did you see what the name of it was?
The name of what? Of the office building?
The name of the gay nightclub.
What?
Tail Gunners.
Tail Gunners, yeah. I love it. Have a great day, man. 428.
When I used to live in Grant Park, there was a gay bar right by the fire station. And I have to say it was a pretty creative name.
Which was?
It was called the Cockpit.
Well, the Tongue and Groove was pretty interesting.
The Camel's Hump in New York.
You know what the Highland Tap used to be called?
I bet I don't remember, but I'll bet I knew years ago. I don't remember what.
Back in the 80s, it was a gay club, and it was called the Texas Drilling Company.
No, I don't remember that. The Texas Drilling. Oil. 428 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Oh, my goodness. By the way, let's see. We're going to do a Pete's Tweets later on. Also, we have kind of a concert quiz and some other stuff coming up. Quick, a political thing, though, before I forget it and run out of time here. James Biden. Here we go again. More evidence coming in of actual court documents and financial records. James Biden, the brother, was given a loan, did not do anything for it, and it was all because of his last name, and he's been caught. James Biden, the brother, got a $600,000 loan from a struggling healthcare company on the promise that he said, "My name will bring you funding from the Middle East." A woman named Carol Fox is a trustee for the financially distressed hospital operator, AmeriCorps, and she told members of the House Investigating Committee she filed a lawsuit against Biden, saying he made representation that his last name Biden would open doors. He could obtain a large investment from the Middle East based on his political connections. So they gave him a $600,000 loan to be paid back to AmeriCorps. In an interview, she said she didn't see records or documents of the loan from AmeriCorps. They wired a $200,000 loan into the personal accounts of James Biden and his wife, Sarah. And the same day, James Biden wrote President Joe a $200,000 check, the exact amount from the same personal account. Question. President Biden has to answer for the American people. Does he have documents proving he sent such a large sum of money to his brother? And what were the terms of such financial arrangements? Did he have similar financial arrangements with other family members led to make similar large payments to him? The president must have had two sources, either predatory loans from senior citizens' money fraudulently invested by James Biden's business partner. I'm telling you, this stinks to high. This family is white trash. They're criminals, and they're all in on it.
The Biden family is everything they accused the Trump family of doing when he was in office.
And one of the famous quotes of President Joe White Trash when he turns to Hunter and says, "My son, I'm so proud of him. He turned out just like his dad." Well, you got that right. 431 with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder.
Morning Extra with Todd, Rhino, and Los.
This is wartime as far as I'm concerned. At this point, if you're attacking bases that host U.S. troops or paying for it, we're in a war. We're in a war. Our border needs to be closed. Our government needs to be looked at. We need to say, hey, this person shouldn't have security. Batten down the hatches. Let's close everything up and start protecting American citizens over everyone else.
The Morning Extra. Now every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. Only on Extra 106.3.
It's 432. How you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete and Flounder. And so much fun stuff coming up here. And just stick with us. Have a little happy day here today, including a salute to our buddies at Atlanta Safe House. In fact, this may be a great opportunity for a last-minute Christmas gift. If you're a gun owner or you're thinking about it, in fact, maybe you're introducing somebody to the world of gun ownership and range shooting or hunting or whatever, perfect opportunity to take the folks to the Atlanta Safe House showroom in Ackworth and check it out. Or what I suggest is going on the web, atlantasafehouse.com, and you can see all these great safes they have to offer you right there. And you're going to save hundreds of dollars, by the way, especially those gun safes. Man, these things are beautiful. I bought two from Atlanta Safe House, and again, they'll put it anywhere you want. They'll bolt it into your concrete floor of your garage or your game room or your basement or whatever. And when Jeff and Mark send somebody to deliver your safe, they only use off-duty police, firefighters, and military to deliver your safes to give them an opportunity for a little second income and to show how much they appreciate what they do. Lock up your stuff. Protect your assets. Unlike the Kimmer, I just had another VA meeting about medical stuff, and she asked me, well, what was it? When did you first get diagnosed for high blood pressure? I said, hell, I don't know. Anyway, keep your medical records and your kids' medical records and school things and precious objects, jewelry, money, maybe the flower from your first prom. Whatever you want to safeguard, protecting your assets, lock it up. Atlanta Safe House. In fact, they can build you a family storm shelter. I'm not making it up. Pistol safes, jewelry safes, high security safes. How about a vault door? They've got it all. Saluting these folks. It's a non-woke company treating you the right way. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 4 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffer from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. There are lots of competitors that don't have the credentials that I have. When you go to other clinics, you're not going to see a board-certified physician with the experience that I have. When you come to our clinic, you're going to see me. There's just not one therapy that can solve these complex issues. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. Total Body Therapy of Georgia, 404-777-1911, 404-777-1911, online at stopmyed.com.
Hi, this is Atlanta personal injury attorney Ronnie Mabra of Mabra Law. Not every team plays fairly or even by the same set of rules. When you've been injured in a car wreck, the legal team you choose now can have a long-lasting implication on your case. At Mabra Law, we fight to win. We built a team with the skill, the smarts, and the win record that you can trust. We fight, you win, Mabra Law.
To schedule an appointment or learn more, visit MabraLaw.com, MABRA Law.com.
I feel like I need a megaphone. Attention, small business owners. Hey, it's Tug. How nervous are you about the roller coaster ride that we're on? Recession, inflation, high interest rates, and the most recent of issues, the banking crisis. If it wasn't tough enough already to get a small business loan from the mega banks, now it's going to be virtually impossible. That's why you want to reach out to my friends at First Liberty Building and Loan. FirstLibertyGA.com. The Frost family, they can say yes when the big banks say no. And now they're saying yes more than ever before. And they don't just work in Georgia, they work in all 50 states. So whether you want to buy a franchise or build a new building and you need $250,000 or more in financing fast, go to FirstLibertyGA.com. Fill out the simple form, and in minutes you'll know if you're a fit for the program. First Liberty Building and Loan have backed hundreds of Georgia businesses. They can be your secret weapon too. First Liberty Building and Loan. FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
Hey, Georgia residents, Buck Ballou here to tell you about the best kept secret when it comes to health insurance. Sonder Health Plans. These local heroes are on a mission to save you money right here in the great state of Georgia. Not just a Medicare company, they are local Georgians caring for Georgians. Your doctors, your neighbors, and your friends. $0 copay on all primary care visits. Sonder plans include transportation, grocery benefits, and even exercise classes. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com or call 888-428-4440.
Love having a true conservative news and talk station in Atlanta? Then spread the word. Tell your family and friends to download the Extra 106.3 app and stream The Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Atlanta's biggest lineup of conservative voices.
You should disrespect everybody that you're running to.
Oh, mercy.
How in the world do you think everybody's supposed to respect you?
Is that Staple Singers? I really don't know anything about this group at all. I know the name, but I don't really know much about them. I'm familiar with the name, but I don't think I've ever... when were they, in the 70s? I think, yeah, I guess for
60s,
some reason.
70s?
Yeah. The songwriter, guitar player, and singer and founder member of the Staple Singers, Roebuck Pop Staples, died on this day in 2000. They're best known for their hits Respect Yourself and I'll Take You There and Let's Do It Again. Staple Singers, 70s. Would they have family? Didn't they have more than...
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, Staple.
So I guess the original is considered Pop Staples?
Yeah, that was they called it Pop. Our birthday list includes Jake Gyllenhaal, the actor, 43 today. Happy birthday. And let's see, a little history note here. 1998, President Bill Clinton is impeached on 2 counts of being a dirty, lying scumbag. Of course, he was not convicted because, no sense in convicting anybody for, doing that kind of stuff. Unbelievable. 438, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How's it going? Here's a phone number if you'd like to join us. We love our phone calls. Are you doing any Christmas stuff? If you want to do any Christmas talk, if you want to call, ask if you're looking for that last-minute present, maybe somebody can help you out. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And here's the little thing that's popped up on social media today and reminded me of something that was involved with my little girl Sarah when she was about 5 or 6 years old, maybe 7 or 8 years old, probably 5 or 6. A little girl in Miami with her mother, Kate Love, and her 3-year-old daughter. The girl is 3, Adley. That's an interesting name, Adley. You ever know anybody named Adley? A-D-L-E-Y, a girl named Adley. Huh. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. I don't know why I'm...
Adley.
Adley Stevenson, A-I, but Adley as a girl. Anyway, Katie Love and her 3-year-old daughter, Adley, went to visit Santa Claus at the mall at the Key Biscayne Mall in Miami. They were having a holiday party, and she said, my daughter for weeks has been so excited to meet Santa, tell him that she wants a purple bike for Christmas. She said, Mom said, we're actually Jewish, but my daughter's obsessed with all things Christmas. So they waited in line. Daughter was watching the kids go up and sit on Santa's lap. Mom says, I could tell she was getting nervous. So I said, Adley, you can go up there, but you don't have to sit on his lap. That's your choice. You can decide what you feel most comfortable with. Again, the kid is 3. Then it was finally Adley's turn to go up and talk to Santa. Seated in his grand red upholstered chair, Santa asked her if she would like to sit on his lap, and she said, no. Well, the mom said it could have been a moment for Santa to make her feel awkward or uncomfortable, or he could have even just ignored it. But I'm thinking this is my opportunity as a minister to do the right thing and be a legit Santa, said the Santa guy named Lance. So I'm not thinking of ho-ho-hos. I'm thinking about what's good, what's loving, what's kind, what's right, what's godly. Katie got her phone and started recording. She told Adley it was her choice to sit on his lap or not, a message Love said she wanted her daughter to hear. He told her it's your body and you get to decide, not that even Santa can make that decision for her. I thought it was an incredible moment because the idea of sitting on Santa's lap is very antiquated. Now, here's what I hadn't thought about. The idea of exchanging physical touch in order to get something or to get a present is a concept that I want to move. I know a concept I want to move away from as I'm trying to teach my daughter to be a confident woman.
Oh, shut up and stay away from our Christmas. Just stay away. Just stay away. Go away. If you don't want to be part of Christmas, don't be part of Christmas. Go away.
Some of the reaction.
I'm tired of these people trying to change all our traditions and folklore
I know.
because they don't like something.
I know. Just a moment. Some of the reactions. We love an educated Santa. Way to teach your little lady boundaries early. All Santas take note.
She's 3.
The chorus
She won't remember any of this.
That was the other thing. She's a 3-year-old girl. My God. Kids can still have a magical interaction with Santa without having to deal with all this kind of stuff. I mean, it's just it's getting a little...
Adults.
The girl is 3.
It's adults putting problems in this.
Yeah. Now, and again, there was a time when my daughter Sarah was at a carnival, a local carnival, and she was probably 5 or 6 years old, and she was getting on a ride, and the carnival ride guy lifted her up onto the seat, but he kind of was rubbing her, or looked like he was kind of fondly rubbing, and I said something to him. Sarah, of course, was oblivious to anything, but I said something to him about the way he's touching my daughter, and it might be misconstrued, and I'm a little nervous about it. And he completely freaked out and apologized and kind of watched himself. What? What's so funny?
I appreciate the way you've managed once again to bring this Santa thing around to you on a story that has nothing to do with Santa.
It has everything to do with touching a little girl when you're sitting on someone, getting a physical contact.
He wasn't going to fondle the little girl. If the little, like every other kid, if the kid gets up there and starts freaking out, then Santa says, okay, you don't have to sit in the lap. And it's over with. Instead, the mother's made it a big deal. Santa's made it a big deal. They're now infamous for doing it. They've got their names in the news. They got their 15 minutes of fame when it should have been a 1-second interaction. Okay, you don't have to sit in my lap. What do you want for Christmas? Bingo, it's over. It's like Christmas Story when the elf is yelling at him, come on, kid, we ain't got all day. We're closing in 5 minutes. Come on.
Well, what if the Santa Claus had been President Joe White Trash? I mean, then anything could have happened to that little girl. No, seriously, the issue, I think, is the age of 3. Obviously, trying to make a 3-year-old be part of a feminist, mind-your-own-body kind of movement is a little silly to me at 3 years old. On the other hand, as I'm a daddy, I'm a father of 2 daughters. And, that you have to be considerate. You have to make sure that you're doing the right thing. And
not everything's the thing.
And not everything is the thing. This seems a little. If she had been 5 or 6 or 7 years old, then that's a whole other thing. But still, this is a little silly. And by the way, I think you came up with this story about the secret to the perfect Christmas turkey. What? Oh, we got Swat Tomb. I'm sorry, Flounder. We got Swat Tomb on the line. Swat Tomb, you're on the radio, man. How's it going?
Well, it's Tuesday.
I'm calling about this Santa BS stuff.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a Muslim, but last week we had like a Christmas party at my kids' school.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? They sit in Santa's lap. No issues.
No issues sat in Santa's lap?
No. I mean, that's for the kids. That will not change their belief of the religion. It's just that brings happiness to their life. That's all it's about. It's about the kids. It's not about me.
Yeah. Plus, when you look at plus, when I think about it, when I have pictures of my daughters and me, there's a picture of me somewhere sitting on Santa's lap. But again, you're 2, 3, 4 years old, or a baby. You might be a year old. I mean, it's not if you're 14 or you're a 12-year-old girl, developing your body or something, not sitting on Santa's lap. This is all ridiculous. I mean, a 3-year-old is not. This is not a feminist issue. I don't know.
No, it's not. It's a BS from the parents because they're brainwashing their kids to become miserable kids when they grow up. And I mean, literally, that's that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
The kid's going to end up with a box full of cats that grow old and hate the world. So that's my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong.
No, you're not wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all. I think you got it right on the old nail with a hammer and the hammer there. Anyways, try to have a great one. Be careful out there, my friends. 4:45 already. We got Pete's tweets coming up. Holy crap, it's sports a little later. And the secret to the perfect Christmas turkey. I think they left something out. Give her Pete Flouter, 4:45. Look at that.
This coming election stands to be one of the biggest and most contested of our lifetime. And as the rhetoric ramps up, count on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station to bring you the latest election news and opinions from the local and national voices you trust.
And this judge is now afraid that Donald Trump is, calling for violence again. That's nonsense.
I stand behind Trump and his ability to be able to speak about what he is being charged with because they have every right to sit there and throw out these bogus accusations.
We're proud to carry the torch as Atlanta's only conservative voice. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
It's the Subaru Share the Love event. So put a little love in your heart this holiday season at Subaru of Gwinnett. You're going to love the full line of new Subarus in stock now. From the Outback and Forester to the Legacy, Crosstrek, and BRZ. Each Subaru built to superior safety standards to protect your loved ones. You know, it's a fact. Subaru owners show a lot of love, especially to the environment and those in need. So right now, during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charities with any new Subaru lease or purchase. Visit Subaru of Gwinnett for complete details and log on to SubaruofGwinnett.com for amazing lease and financing offers on all new Subaru models. This holiday season, drive a Subaru and share the love, and Subaru will pay it forward with a $250 donation to your choice of 5 charities. Subaru of Gwinnett, Satellite Boulevard, Duluth. Subaru will donate $250 to purchaser or lessee selected national and hometown charities. Log on to Subaru.com/share or call 678-475-3500 for details.
It's now days before Christmas and you're shopping for others, but there's no need to stress because they're Solomon Brothers. Whether for mom or dad, your husband or wife, you'll find the right gift for the love of your life. Now let me tell you why it's worth the drive. A 3-carat tennis bracelet for $29.95. Rings and bracelets, watches and more, all waiting for you. Just visit a store. There's no gift like jewelry at just the right price. So shop at Solomon Brothers and you'll find something nice. In Buckhead, Alpharetta, and Peachtree City, online at SolomonBrothers.com.
You've been listening to Ray Giudice for years. He's a smart guy. You know he knows DUI and criminal law. He's been in practice for over 30 years. But did you know Ray knows some of the best legal minds in the business? From labor contracts to real estate to divorce. Ray can help you through it all. He can put together the legal team you need. He's the guy you call when you've got legal questions. So call him at 404-964-4185. Ray Giudice. 404-964-4185.
Step into the great outdoors with Realtree. Hi, I'm Bill Jordan, and I'm here to tell you about the incredible experiences that await you and your loved ones. Nothing brings families and friends closer than the great outdoors. At Realtree, we've dedicated ourselves to creating quality products and experiences that enhance your outdoor lifestyle. And did you know, Realtree is proudly based right here in Georgia. Our roots run deep here, just like our passion for hunting, fishing, and everything outdoors. Whether you're an experienced hunter or a novice angler, Realtree has everything you need to make your outdoor adventures a success. From an assortment of gear and apparel to expert advice and tips, we've got you covered. Visit Realtree.com to discover a world of possibilities. Whether you're planning your next hunting trip or looking for the perfect fishing spot, Realtree.com has all the information you need. Realtree helps you connect with family and friends and make memories that will last a lifetime. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors.
Hey Atlanta, it's Tug. Get ready to kick winter to the curb with Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Picture this, a home where cold can't touch you, where warmth and comfort reign supreme. That's the promise of Central Heating and Air Conditioning. And now for a limited time, Central is offering up to $2,000 in rebates on qualifying Carrier systems. Yes, you heard right, up to $2,000 in your pocket. Why settle for cold when you can bask in the warmth of a brand new Carrier system? It's not just about comfort, it's about savings too. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is committed to bringing you the best in heating and air solutions. They're not just keeping your homes warm, warm, they're keeping your pockets happy too. So, Atlanta, don't let the chill catch you off guard. Upgrade your old system today. Call them now at 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta carrier experts, are standing by to make your winter cozier than ever. When it comes to comfort and savings, nobody does it better than Central, where warmth meets excellence.
We're smart, we care, we're Central Heating and Air.
The Kimmer Show is live until 6 p.m. and Extra 106.3 has the rest of your night covered with Jesse Kelly up next. Fox Across America with Jimmy Fela at 9 p.m. and The Guy Benson Show at midnight. All live on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Out of all the reindeers, you know you're the mastermind.
Who the hell is that?
Chuck Berry.
I sounded like Chuck Berry.
Rudolph ain't too far behind.
Yeah, boy. There we go.
Run, Rudolph. Santa's gotta make it to town.
Chuck Berry Christmas.
Santa, make him hurry. Tell him he can take the freeway down.
Oh, my God.
Run, Rudolph, 'cause I'm reeling like a merry-go-round.
Flounder, our musical director, has outdone himself today with these incredible Christmas songs from artists of all shapes and sizes and years and decades. It's very cool.
Different genres, I guess.
Genres, you would definitely say that. It's 4:51, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. On this day, birthdays include John McEwen, who's 74. John McEwen from the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, who scored the 1971 big hit Mr. Bojangles. It's rather large.
He's a genius.
He's
a musical genius.
Really?
It's crazy that's what they're remembered for, because they have a really good catalog.
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What was bigger than Mr. Bojangles?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
Well, I mean, Mr. Bojangles was a cover.
Well,
I guess
they're American.
It's a country rock
They
band.
do American folklore music.
Yeah, it's country rock kind of a thing. But when you said they have a great collection, I didn't know what you meant, I guess, because I'm trying to remember.
They got a song called Fishing in the Dark, American Dream. They got a bunch of songs, but again, it always comes back to that cover that they did when...
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess as a music group, do you want to be remembered as a hit that you covered or the songs that you wrote?
Yeah, good point.
Well, they do a song that you love, that Dream song, that Dream.
Oh, the Everly Brothers.
Who did that originally?
Everly Brothers.
Yeah, well, they do a cover that is just
All they have to do is
fantastic.
Huh. I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Don and Phil Everly were Marines. Did you know that? They both enlisted in the Marine Corps. They were reservist Marines. They didn't go full. They went to boot. Reservists, and you're in the Reserve Marines, at least it used to be. You would go into boot camp, and then you're discharged, basically, and you go to summer camp every year, and you go to monthly meetings at a reserve armory someplace, apparently. And you do that for like 6 years. As a reservist. That used to be. I don't know whether they still do that anymore, to be honest with you. That was many years ago.
You only get to shoot people on weekends, basically?
Well, you have to go do drilling and stuff. And I thought about it as a way of just to serve and, but I wanted to go to Vietnam, so I enlisted full time. But I thought about it, but then I thought 6 years going to summer camp and monthly meetings for 6 years, I didn't really want to. It might as well just go in full time. Just be a lifer. And I thought, in fact, well, never mind. Why am I talking about this? I'm sorry. 453 there, 453. Let's see. All right, the secret to the perfect Christmas turkey. I'm reading this from some website called Master Chef something or other. Talking about your Christmas turkey, experts reveal we've been doing it all wrong. The supermarket advice will result in dinner being massively overcooked, turning out a bone-dry rubber ball of a bird. Stores are under pressure from official watchdogs to err on the side of caution, so they extend cooking times to ensure that any harmful bugs are killed off. Well, the Food Standard Agency recommends cooking meat to the point it reaches 70 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is. But experts, including this master chef, say following the supermarket pack instructions make a turkey as much as 97 degrees Celsius, burning off any moisture, make it a pleasure to eat. Chefs recommend that turkeys should be rested after cooking to allow juices that have been released to be drawn back into the flesh. Significantly, this resting process involves wrapping in foil, is likely leading to an increase in temperature. The master chef said accurate temperatures are important for quality and safety, and a meat thermometer is a cook's best friend. He said the best way to ensure a turkey is moist is to brine it the night before and leave it to rest after it's cooked. Okay, I don't know what that means. Brine it? Now, baste it in like my wine basting?
Salt water?
I don't know. Brine it. I don't. Pickle juice? I don't get any of that. Pickle brine? That can't be right. And leave it to rest after it's cooked. Well, obviously, I don't know. No, it just baste the damn thing with wine over and over and over, and all those juices make the best gravy you've ever had in your life after the rest in the pan. My God, man, just don't know. What the heck?
So brine is more of a soak versus a base.
Yeah, but a soak in what? In water? Or
I'd say water. That's just
or chicken broth or something.
With a
maybe?
little broth and probably salt, little pepper, basic seasoning.
And I wonder if keeping it moist or actually soaking in a bucket that'll hold a turkey. I mean, turkey could be a 20-pound great big thing where you get a bucket to hold it if it's got to be submerged. I guess that's not what that means. I don't know what that means.
What's this resting after? What are you supposed to do? Exercise the damn thing?
No, because because when you're letting it sit, it's still cooking.
Right. Yeah. And
just
if you wrap it in foil,
same thing. If you wrap it, it still cooks for.
Right. That's correct. And if you put foil on it, it definitely cooks and keeps that heat in there too. Anyway, so I'm just passing.
All right. Our fearless ops manager Scott is texting me. So brining is salt water, brown sugar, and a whole bucket.
Oh my God. And put the turkey in a bucket?
Yeah, and you let it marinate.
Boy, I would think that'd make it soggy as wet bread. I do that before you cook it? That's right. Isn't what the guy said? The best way to ensure the turkey's moist is to brine it the night before and leave it to rest after you cook it. Well, wow. So it's would you say something in brown sugar?
Brown sugar, salt water, and a whole bucket.
Holy cow. Well, I just can't believe it doesn't make it fall off the bone, sloppy like what do you call it? Like barbecue or something, or what's that beef you get that comes all pulled? Yeah, like all pulled apart.
Brisket.
Yeah, brisket. It'd be like brisket or something. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I will be having dinner with my
now I want a brisket.
4:57. By the way, speaking of food, you know Guy Fieri, right? A Food Network guy, Guy Fieri. They called him the mayor of Flavortown. He is now in the news because he's doing the same thing his dad told me by talking to his kids. He said, "You're not getting my money. You're going to have to come and take it." Guy Fieri said, "My dad told me when I die, you can expect that if I'm going to die broke, and you're going to have to pay for the funeral." And Guy Fieri says, "I told my boys, none of this have we been. I've been billing you, or none of you are going to get anything unless you come and take it from me." He said by the time his kids complete school, he wants them to have multiple degrees and be self-sufficient. His younger son, Ryder, is 17 and is saying, "Dad, that's not fair. I haven't even gone to college yet. And you've already pushing, I've got to get an MBA. Can't I just get through college?" And Guy Fieri told his sons he models his rule after former basketball star Shaquille O'Neal. And Shaquille said, quote, "If you want any of this cheese, you got to give me 2 degrees. My 2 degrees mean postgraduate." So they're on their way. Well, the oldest son, Guy Fieri's oldest son, is currently pursuing a master's degree and working for his dad. Fieri says, "We have a strict rule when it comes to my kids' first cars. They each have to drive an old car for a year, no ticket, no accidents, and keep it in shape before you can buy a newer model car. No dents, not getting any wrecks, not getting any tickets, and then you can take your own money out of the bank and go buy yourself a car." My son Ryder, the kid drove to school when he got his license the first time, was my parents' old, used 259,000-mile Chrysler minivan. So he's got some strict rules, but he says if you get 2 degrees, then you can get my money when I go. But again,
you see a lot of kids today driving $50,000 cars and they're 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, that's right. That's not the way. No, not hardly. Yeah. Not in the Peterson family,
not
anyway.
In my house, no.
I bought my first car. It was 13 years old, a 53 Chevy, and I paid $250 that I earned.
Rhino and Los on the Morning Extra every morning from 6 to 10 a.m. on WFOM Marietta Extra 106.3.
Do what we have to do. Lisa Brady, Fox News. That from the White House as a new multi-nation task force begins patrols aimed at protecting commercial vessels in the Red Sea. The U.S. Defense Chief also holding a virtual meeting today with more than 40 defense chiefs.
It came a day after the Defense Department announced a new maritime task force to address the Houthis' continued drone and missile attacks on commercial shipments.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. The Houthis, Iran-backed rebels, accused the U.S. of using maritime safety as a pretext to support aggression against Palestinians. On Capitol Hill, no deal on border policy changes, which means no vote yet on more aid for Israel and Ukraine.
Both Democrats and Republicans understand that there's more work to do to pass legislation protecting America's security and the security of the Western world.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says they made important progress this week in bipartisan talks on border security, but now he says the goal is to pass something soon after returning in January. Republicans say immigration policy has to change to stem a record surge of migrants right now, especially in Texas.
Eagle Pass has been inundated in the last 24 hours with mass illegal crossings. Hundreds upon hundreds of migrants out there gathered, waiting for Border Patrol to process them. Border Patrol totally overwhelmed. They've got over 5,000 in custody as of this morning. They're still trying to transport another 4,500, and their facilities in that sector are running 260% of what their capacity should be. Mostly Venezuelans crossing there.
Fox's Bill Malugin. Texas, meantime, is being sued by civil rights groups over a bill signed into law yesterday aiming to allow the state to arrest migrants who cross illegally. California today becoming the second state to approve statewide regulations for the recycling of wastewater into drinking water. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. And what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing. If you join before December 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another 10% off all of 2024. That's 12 months of savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 30th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE. 866-89-BIBLE.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right a blank. Ready on your dog. Target. Road guards out. Stand by. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer 503 with Pete Davis and Flounder on 106.3 in our Christmas week. And our phone number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And we're having a little fun. We got some Christmas stuff. We got Holy Crap of Sports coming up, some Pete's tweets, some weird stories in the news, too. The breaking issue for most of this day has been the reaction to the Texas law. The Governor Greg Abbott signed the law, the sweeping new powers to start arresting illegal immigrants and kick them back to Mexico. And now Mexico's all ticked off because they're saying, wait a minute, what if these people are from Guatemala or Colombia? We don't want them coming back here, you know. And we're saying, well, our law says screw tough. You. Yeah, tough. That's true. We came across Mexico border, and so you're the one getting them back.
Yeah.
Hey, screw you. And by the way, it's a misdemeanor. So if they any Texas with this new law, any Texas lawman can arrest them, charge them, and then kick them out of the country, send them back. And if they come back again, then they could get the 20 years in prison. So anyway, and of course everybody's going nuts. The liberals are going crazy. There's already been a lawsuit against it. It will go to the Supreme Court all the way as soon as they actually give somebody a ticket or a citation or whatever.
It's common sense.
Well,
you cross over any border in the world, they'll pick you up and they'll take you back.
There's not another. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is still true. In Mexico, if you're an American woman and you're pregnant, and you're really pregnant, and you go to Mexico on vacation, and all of a sudden have your baby in Mexico, your baby's not Mexican, and they're going to say, "Get the hell out of my country." Okay, they don't do that baby drop and all of a sudden you're a citizen business if you come there just to have a baby. Now in America, if you're born here, you're an American citizen. So if you and there was a whole scandal about all the Chinese women were actually signing up for a lot of money to take tours, very, very pregnant, and have their babies on American soil, so that they would, so the baby would be an American and the family would therefore get to stay. And it was, but again, that's one thing. If you have a baby here, you're an American, so we accept that, and that's the way it goes. But trust me, this is nonsense. They set another record, another 12,000 people coming across in one day, and they're calling the border secure. It's just, and Donald Trump says, we're going to have the biggest return to sender policy in the history of the world. How's he going to pull that? How are we going to get rid of 6 million new people? You couldn't do it. There's not enough buses and trains and airplanes and cars and ox carts or what. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do?
It's a new industry we'll build.
Well, maybe we should make, the old-fashioned non-citizen territorial concentration camps and put them out in the deserts and just, until you decide to go back home, you can't be an American citizen. You don't deserve to be here. I don't know. This is stupid. What's happened to our country? My God, it's been 6 or 7 or 8 million people under this guy, President Crime Family White Trash. Is that a phone call, Flounder, or just a red line here? I can't tell. It looks like, does that say Mark? Is that a call or not?
Yes, it is.
It is. It's 507 to the phones. Mark, you're on the radio. How's it going, man? What's up?
Hey, Cameron, I'm doing good. This is Mark Huffstetler up in Rome. We've met several times before.
Sure. I see you on my Facebook all the time and in my message stuff. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. I'm going better now. It's a couple of things. My wife and I are as big of Fargo fans as y'all are.
Yeah.
But I made the statement, that's not something you can binge watch. I can only take one episode at a time. Is this not the strangest one you've seen of the 5 seasons so far?
I'll tell you what, I'm amazed. Every season of Fargo is a whole weird, different thing. This may be the weirdest so far. I'm fascinated with this little chick who's the star. It's just, I want to know where she learned all that stuff and how. It's just the backstory, and I can't wait to find out what the ending might be too. I can't guess this one. I'm totally stumped on this one. What's going to happen? I have no idea.
I don't want to guess, but second thing I was calling about is early November is not good to us. I went into the hospital November 6th, and 5 weeks ago yesterday, they had to do a double bypass on me.
Oh boy.
So, and I'm just a year older than Pete, so that's but 10 years ago when you had yours, did they do anything? Put stents in or anything?
Yes,
or say you had a heart attack.
Oh no, I had what they called a serious heart attack. But of course, the reason I lost a lot of my heart muscle because I didn't go to the doctor for 2 days because I wanted to, do my stuff. Anyway, I had 2 stents. In fact, I was the first patient in the North Fulton Hospital operation room for the heart stent surgery. It was a brand new room, and I was their very first patient, and I had 2 stents put in, and I think the first one, I don't remember the second one, the first one they put in through my leg. They could go, like they put, you're going through your inner thigh or something and sneak it up into your heart.
Either through your groin or your wrist.
They did one in the wrist and one in the groin, as I recall. They did one of each,
Well, mine, I'd had a stent put in, and the left anterior descending, the Widowmaker artery.
Yeah.
Those cardiologists and their wacky.
Oh, they're funny.
Humor,
the Widowmaker.
Well, I had a stent put in 2007. Well, what happened? It had collapsed, so they couldn't re-stent it. And there was another place they said they normally could stent, but if they're going to open me up and do 1 bypass, they're going to do 2. But going good. I kind of unofficially went back to work. I do heating and air conditioning, so I'm kind of limited what I can do. But I just couldn't remember if they'd just done that. But here's the last strange thing. The only reason I felt any pain was because of a bruise on the back of my heart.
I'll be darned.
And nobody, even the doctors, don't know how it got there. They said, "Did you get hit?" I said, "Well, I think I remember that, but that's what was causing me the pain."
I'll be darned.
But it was it was kind of, I was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, good news. That's a good sign.
Take care of. It's so I appreciate everything. A little bit more right now, but only people mad at me are my 3 grandkids, because my wife's having to take care of me, so she can't fly to Germany to see them. That's awful tough when your 3-year-old grandsons. When you gonna come see me, Nana?
Did you get an ICD? I have a chest implant, an ICD unit.
Nothing like that. They didn't do a chest implant. I mean, I had a temporary, I guess. What do you call that?
The thing, whatever.
The thing. I can't think of it. Anyway, it's temporary, but the biggest thing is when they yank the two big drainage tubes out.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah,
sweet little girl, about the same age as my daughter, and she said, "All right, I'm gonna pull them out." Honestly, I told her, I said, that might be the closest I've ever come to hitting a woman.
Oh, boy.
She laughed about it.
Mark, listen, congratulations on getting better and full recovery on your way, and Merry Christmas, my friend. 511 with a Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. With 404-741-1230 is our number. By the way, speaking of stuff, have you heard about this? Don't put that shark on my face, mister. Celine Dion is in serious trouble. She has a disease that attacks her nerve cells and impacts her mobility. It's progressive and incurable, and she no longer has control over her muscles, over the what's called stiff person syndrome. Her sister says she's not in a wheelchair, which had been going around on social media rumors, apparently. She can still get around a bit, but people who suffer from stiff person syndrome, it's an actual thing, turn into basically human statues. Sometimes they can't move, can't walk, and can't talk. It affects about 1 in a million people. It can lead to spasms that are so severe, the force can break your bones. Usually the stiff person syndrome is diagnosed in patients between 30 and 50 years old, and mostly all women. But Celine Dion has it, and she's hoping one day to go back to actually doing concerts and so forth. But at the moment, her sister says, it breaks my heart. She's always been so disciplined, but she says she can't control her muscles. That's why she had to stop touring quite a while ago. She's 55 years old, Celine Dion we're talking about here. Anyway, brutal. Ugh. Love it, bing bong. 5:13. Holy cow, Holy Crap at Sports. Oh, by the way, Holy Crap at Sports next. And then around 5:25 or after Holy Crap at Sports, or even if we go long, we'll do it, whatever, after Holy Crap at Sports, giving away 2 tickets to go see Jordan Peterson March 15th at State Farm Arena. 2 tickets giveaway after Holy Crap at Sports next with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out.
Atlanta radio legends are right here on Extra 106.3. And here's what you missed from Neil Bortz.
Defund the police movement the left loves so much. And this whole let the people decide nonsense, you've seen the t-shirts. That's why the people elect city councils. That's why the people vote for their political leaders. Trust me, you do not want a government where the people make all of the decisions all of the time.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on Extra 106.3 or listen anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
Hey, it's Lowe's here with the one and only Rhonda Duffy. And you've heard my success stories about selling a home with Duffy, but Rhonda and her team also can help you buy your next home and save you big money.
One of the things that I am most proud of at Duffy is the way that we work with buyer clients. There's so much more inventory than what you're seeing online. Our clients experience that inventory, then they do their own searching. When it's time to make an offer, we take them through a process that is so data-driven that it's absolutely impossible for them to overpay for that property. Then at that point, we share our commission with them. That's right. That came from people sitting at closing saying, well, it must be nice to make tens of thousands of dollars when I found the home myself. So we built a whole model around it, and I really appreciate when a buyer says, what a great partnership.
When it's time to buy your next home, start with Duffy, because money matters. DuffyRealtyATL.com.
DuffyRealtyATL.com.
If you have been to Chuckingham Palace, you know that we now have gorgeous double front doors. Well, Dan Watkins, the guy that put that door in, told me some interesting things about it at dinner.
Atlanta has a weird market for front doors. For 40 years, builders have been installing odd-sized side lights as part of the front door, which is a huge problem now that people realize how much better their home looks with modern and beautiful double doors. Most companies will tell you the double door installation can't be done. It can be done, and we're the company to do it, no matter how odd the opening is. Let all Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors be the ones to tell you yes.
Job seekers, stop the endless job hunt. The Blue Collar Recruiter is your key to the career you deserve. Are you a skilled worker seeking the right opportunity? Look no further. We connect you with employers who appreciate your dedication and expertise. Technicians, electricians, plumbers, welders, and more. We've got it all, and opportunities are just waiting for you. So skip the frustration and let us guide you to your next job. Call the Blue Collar Recruiter, 678-916-6145, or visit thebluecollarrecruiter.com.
Join A Second Chance Bail Bond CEO Daniel Madelon and host Tug Coward for a new weekly radio show, Back Your Blue. They will highlight special initiatives, criminal justice programs, and community events aimed at keeping our communities safer. Tune in Saturdays at 11 a.m. to learn some good news about and from the law enforcement and justice communities. This week's guest is Captain Darren Hall of the Cobb County Police Department. Tune in on Saturday or find it online at thepodcastpark.com.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 770-627-3235 or online at atlbail.com.
For the latest coverage of Israel at war, keep it right here on Extra 106.3 for Fox News updates at the top of every hour and the conservative voices you trust bringing you the latest.
We'll give them up if you stop the bombing. No. We're going to continue the bombing until you give them up.
To negotiate in any shape, form, or fashion would show vulnerability.
They're negotiating from fear.
And stream our coverage anytime on the Extra 106.3 app.
All right, look out. Coming up, talking to whales. Also, why you should sleep in the nude at my place. But first, 5:17, we got some sports histories coming up and a sports birthday note. And now our special occasion, Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
I don't know what's all that big deal about talking to whales. You can call Cardiff or Bristol anytime you want.
Oh, you too funny. Cardiff.
It's not enough that former Ohio State and Georgia quarterback commit Dylan Raiola has left UGA for Nebraska, of all places.
Yeah.
He's found time to discover the poet in his soul.
Uh-oh.
Raiola has allegedly written a poem to explain why he's going to play for the Cornholers.
All right, sir.
And he's done it in the style of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Would you like to hear it?
I would very much like to hear it.
How's that? 'Twas the night before Christmas. Okay.
I was staying in
the
Georgia
realm of
with-
college. In the realm of college dreams, where purpose takes flight, enter Dylan Raiola, crafting his narrative in the night. Once lured by Georgia, where powerhouse glory gleamed, yet Nebraska's purpose in his heart brightly beamed. In the scarlet and cream, where legacies entwine, Dylan, like Rogers, Rozier, and Crouch, a hero in line. No longer a cog in some powerhouse machine, but a quarterback with an even grander ambition unseen. So fellow fans await with home in the air for Dylan to choose, his purpose to declare. In a weekend's decision, destiny calls to fulfill his purpose where a new dynasty enthralls.
Oh, Lordy. Well, that's...
I get the feeling this was a fan. This was not Dylan who did this.
That's a
Unless
little...
he likes to talk about himself in the third person.
A little grandiose, maybe
much.
a little...
It's what passes for poetry on the plains.
Not really
these days.
poetic, no.
Yes.
No Johnny
Former
Midnight,
Vanderbilt
say that.
Yes, no Johnny. Well, we wouldn't know Johnny Midnight anymore,
All right,
not having heard him since the previous century.
I'll do another Johnny Midnight.
Sure, you will. Olympics is next year, too, by the way. Olympics coming up.
Good point.
Former Vanderbilt receiver London Humphreys has transferred to Georgia. He has 3 years of eligibility left, so that's good there. Or eligibility, if you speak
Either way
English.
is fine.
Ole Miss is so happy with head coach Lane Kiffin. They've signed him to another contract extension, which is very good. For the two of you who still care, the Falcons are going to start Taylor Heineke this Sunday against the Colts.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile, according to the AJC, after the bad loss in Carolina, owner Arthur Blank did the usual, sitting in on the head coach Arthur Smith's post-game news conference. But this time, Blank barely looked up at his coach and afterwards refused to answer questions about him, saying, "This isn't a good time."
Oh. Well, he's not going to do anything
If Heineke
this year.
doesn't work out. Yeah, of course he wouldn't. Well, he's got his 14 GMs he needs to talk to first before they do anything. If Heineke doesn't work out, the Falcons are prepared to bring back Randy Johnson and Dick Shiner to play quarterback. So we're looking forward to that. I'm not making those names up, by the way. The Falcons have released defensive lineman Travis Bell, who matriculated at Kennesaw State. And according to D. Orlando Ledbetter, who covers the Falcons for AJC, he says if they win the next three, if they win out, they have a 70% chance of making the playoffs. If they lose out the next three, they can be in the top 5 of the draft and get one of the great quarterbacks coming out.
Well, should they tank?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Well.
And meanwhile, Jets interim quarterback Aaron Rodgers has come to his senses, says he will not return to play this season because of those Achilles tendons that he blew on the first play of the season.
In fact, I just saw a video I think over the weekend of him splashing in the ocean with some hottie, and they were saying, "Oh, is he ready to go back to this athletic ability?" Because he was, jumping up and down in the surf and racing around with a hot chick, and they were saying, "I thought he had an Achilles problem," and so maybe he hurt himself or realized, "Well, I really can't do this after all." But it was a video of him with his baby in the ocean.
No.
Yeah.
The Jets have been eliminated. That's why he's not coming back.
Why bother? You hurt yourself. Yeah.
New York Giants quarterback of the month Tommy DeVito, who rose to fame a couple weeks ago with that win, fell back to earth literally by being smashed to earth by the Saints last weekend. But that has not stopped DeVito or his Sopranos-era agent from trying to cash in on the short-lived fame. DeVito has angered his own people, though, unfortunately. Coniglio's old-fashioned pizzeria in New Jersey announced on social media that it would no longer be hosting DeVito today after the restaurant received word from his agent his appearance fee was doubling from $10,000 to $20,000.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
His agent claims there was only an oral agreement, not a written one. It still sounds kind of slimy. Maybe Eli Manning was right about this guy.
He charges that to go to a pizza joint? Is that like
He's
a TV?
Stiffing the little people.
Holy cow. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's supposed to sign autographs and, eat pizza and pretend to like it, And,
oh, boy.
You got to do that if you say it.
Yeah.
Don't know about you, but I've had just about enough of the NFL lecturing me and the nation about social justice.
Oh, well.
The crock that they're pulling recently. There's justice for all. That's all you need. Social justice is just another ploy to split us into tribes and pit us against each other. But good news here. Racism has been completely eradicated after the NFL wrote end racism in all their end zones for the past 3 years.
I was wondering what led to. I got that. All the racism was gone, and finally we know who to thank. I can't believe it. I woke up today and thought, oh my God, all the racism is gone. Who do we thank for this?
I didn't feel like doing one racist thing today.
Well,
it's like message received. Good job, America.
I had 4 on my list, and now I guess I can't do them.
Well, you don't want to do them. That's the great thing about the NFL, Kimmer. You don't want to do it anymore.
I don't. I was going to talk about my 3-way with these 2 black chicks, but I guess I'm not even going to mention it now.
The Masters already has the smallest field of the majors. The 2024 edition could be one of the smallest in years.
Really?
With no significant tourneys the rest of the year, it looks as though 11 players who finish in the top 50 will be added. It's going to bring the field to just 77. So they're going to get through this one pretty quickly.
Wow.
It includes 3 players who will be making their Masters debut, but these guys have never even won on the PGA or the European Tour. But they're letting anybody in right now. Unfortunately, Matt Kuchar did not make it, so he won't be in it this year.
The Masters did not invite Matt Kuchar? Is that what you said?
He didn't make it. He didn't make the cut. He didn't make the thing. You got to qualify for it at some point.
Well, but the Masters is all
he doesn't
in.
get automatic.
Well, no, I know, but the Masters invites like foreign players who won the amateur championship in Chile or something like that, stuff like that. So
he's not one.
I'll be darned. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
I met him once in a golf shop. Nice, a very nice man. Very, as a kid
nice
when he was at Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Meanwhile, former Masters and U.S. Open winner Angel Fat Bastard Cabrera is out on parole from an Argentinian prison after serving time for gender violence against his former girlfriend.
Ooh, gender
he'll
violence.
Be back. He says he wants to make up for serious mistakes he's made.
Well, these hot-blooded Latins, man, the chicks.
I'm telling you. The Hawks handed the poor Pistons their 24th straight loss last night.
Lord.
24. They started the season 2-1. They've lost 24 in a row. It could be the worst team in the history of the NBA.
Holy cow.
And that's saying something.
What happened to that? Was a franchise from the beginning. Holy mackerel.
In the 80s, maybe, or 90s, but not for a while.
Wow.
Hall of Fame center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has broken his hip, faces 12 weeks of rehab. He tripped and fell at an L.A. arena, taken by ambulance to the hospital. He's 76 years old. He was about to give a speech during a Manhattan transfer concert when the spill happened and laughed from his hospital bed. I wish I could say I was saving a child from falling off a balcony, but basically I just tripped. I'm frankly shocked that he was at a Manhattan transfer concert. I thought only lame white people went to those.
Wow.
Reminds me of what Mark Twain said after hearing his first opera. I haven't heard caterwauling like that since the orphanage burned down.
By the way, breaking a hip. You know how many times I have fallen in the last few months? I fell this past weekend. I tripped over that big farm machinery thing and fell flat on my left ass. And this is like 2 or 3 times now. I fell off that horse riding bareback like an idiot. I mean, I could be breaking bones all over the place, and that's all it takes. Anyway.
And you don't have an ass anymore for cushion. It's gone.
It's gone. I used to have a great man ass, and it's gone now. It's over. It's total. Got nothing.
What?
Well, I was, chicks would tell me that my daughter would tell me that her friends would, follow me around at the mall because I was, attractive in a physical way.
Now you have a fat wallet and 3 handkerchiefs.
I got
nothing. Can I interest you in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl held in beautiful downtown Frisco, Texas tonight?
Well, do we know who's in that one at all? No,
it pits the Roadrunners against the Thundering Herd.
The Thundering Herd of the South Dakota Ranchers, I think was a...
You don't know the Thundering Herd?
I don't know the Thundering Herd. I can't. I know it, but I can't remember who it is. It's not.
You
coming
didn't
out.
see the movie with Matthew McConaughey?
The one where they died in a plane crash?
Yeah, We Are Marshall.
Marshall. That's right. I do. I guess I did.
And of course, you know the Roadrunners.
From Arizona State. No, from the University of Arizona.
Oh my God!
From San Diego.
You don't even know your own school's mascot. The Texas San Antonio.
Of course. TSA. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
There you go.
What is Arizona State's?
Oh my God! Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh my God!
Oh.
Oh my God!
Did you even
Sun
really go there?
Devils. I graduated in the top 10% of my class, mister. I was an honors graduate.
Flounder, why would you admit going there if you didn't?
I did 4 years of college in 2 years, mister, going at night school as well as full-time during the day, and all summer classes for 2 years. I did 4 years of college in 2 years with an A average. Thank you very much.
And
working 7 days a week.
Arizona State.
And working 7 days a week. I'd go to work at 4 in the morning and do morning radio, went to school, and then came back and did afternoon television at the same cool television owned by Gene Autry. And then on weekends, I did both Saturday and Sunday anchoring and sportscasting 7 days a week and going to school full time, did 4 years and 2 years. Boy, I was right after the Marine Corps, my friends. If that Marine Corps did nothing else, it made me dedicated to get my stuff together. I can tell you that. End of story. I'm sorry about busted into your sportscast.
No problem. Last night at the famous Toastery Bowl in Charlotte, Old Dominion blew a 28-0 lead and lost it overtime to Western Kentucky 38-35. If you haven't seen it, Scott Van Pelt and Stanford Steve talking about the game last night and the people who lost money on the bets. Van Pelt screamed, "There's no Christmas this year, kids. Daddy had Old Dominion."
Oh,
boy.
man.
On this date in 1904, the Dawson City hockey team of the Yukon Territory of Canada began a 9-day walk to get to a boat, to go to Seattle, to catch a train, to go to Ottawa to play in the Stanley Cup on January 13th of 1905. It took them 3 weeks and a whole year, basically, to get from one end of Canada to the other.
In 1905, holy cow.
They walked for 9 days in the snow to get to a boat. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is. Well, people were dedicated back. That was a whole different society back then.
And on this date in 1930, Johnny Douglas, an English cricket player and Olympic boxer, drowned at the age of 48. He won the gold medal for middleweight boxing in the 1908 Olympics, but he and his father drowned when the Finnish passenger ship Oberon, they were sailing back to Britain, sank off the coast of Finland. It sank because another ship, the Arcturus, had rammed her in fog. The two captains of the ships were brothers. They were trying to exchange Christmas greetings when they slammed into each other. And according to a witness at the post-mortem inquiry, Douglas died trying to save his father.
Oh, man. Horrible story.
What a story.
5:31. By the way, we'll take a little cowabunga here. Then I've got a couple of sports things, and then Flounder will give away. We have phone call ticket possibility. Again, 404-741-1230. We'll give away these Jordan Peterson tickets, and we decided what we're going to do. Another Christmas movie or something different. We'll figure it out. Coming back 5:30 with 5:31.
Yeah, great planning. Great planning.
Well, good meeting. Good meeting. Yeah, meet this. I got meat for you.
With international conflicts running hot and Israel at war, you can trust Extra 106.3 to bring you the latest breaking news throughout the day and the conservative voices you trust for all the latest.
Hamas is a terrorist organization, and anybody who supports the terrorist attack on Israel should be released from this country and sent away.
Israel at war, with live updates all day.
If 9/11 happened to us again today, I wonder what the hell the reaction would be.
From Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
Hey Atlanta, it's Tug. Get ready to kick winter to the curb with Central Heating and Air Conditioning. Picture this, a home where cold can't touch you, where warmth and comfort reign supreme. That's the promise of Central Heating and Air Conditioning. And now for a limited time, Central is offering up to $2,000 in rebates on qualifying Carrier systems. Yes, you heard right, up to $2,000 in your pocket. Why settle for cold when you can bask in the warmth of a brand new Carrier system? It's not just about comfort, it's about savings too. Central Heating and Air Conditioning is committed to bringing you the best in heating and air solutions. They're not just keeping your homes warm, they're keeping your pockets happy too. So, Atlanta, don't let the chill catch you off guard. Upgrade your old system today. Call them now at 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta Carrier experts, are standing by to make your winter cozier than ever. When it comes to comfort and savings, nobody does it better than Central, where warmth meets excellence.
We're smart, we care, we're Central Heating and Air.
Looking for the perfect gift for everyone on your Christmas list? Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Atlanta stores, and I invite you to do your Christmas shopping at New Balance Atlanta. Everyone needs new shoes this time of year, and they'll want stylish shoes that fit perfectly. At New Balance Atlanta, you'll find the largest selection and inventory for a specialty shoe store in every size from extra wide to extra narrow. Shop the New Balance Atlanta stores this holiday season.
It's now days before Christmas and you're shopping for others, but there's no need to stress because they're Solomon Brothers. Whether for mom or dad, your husband or wife, you'll find the right gift for the love of your life. Now let me tell you why it's worth the drive. We have 1-carat total weight diamond set earrings for just $9.95. Necklaces, rings, watches, and more, all waiting for you. Just visit a store. And what else will you see when you do arrive? A 3-carat tennis bracelet for $29.95. There's no gift like jewelry at just the right price. So shop Solomon Brothers and you'll find something nice. But time's running out, so come see us today and celebrate this season the Solomon way. This holiday season, find the perfect gift for that special someone on your list at Solomon Brothers. So visit us today on Peachtree Road in Buckhead and on Old Milton Parkway in Alpharetta. You can also shop online at SolomonBrothers.com or on Instagram at Solomon Brothers.
With the holiday season upon us, convenience is king. You know, convenience, the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. Well, at RBM of Atlanta, we embody this philosophy. Convenience is our middle name. Meet our Mercedes-Benz pickup and delivery service. It gives you back time and money. Does your Mercedes-Benz need service? If so, we'll pick up your vehicle that's requiring service from your home or office and bring it back to our dealership for the required services. Once the services have been completed, we'll bring your Mercedes-Benz to you. With over 100 appointment times available every weekday, more than 50 appointments on Saturdays, and more than 200 courtesy vehicles in our fleet, we're here to serve. Find out today why we're a 2022 J.D. Power Dealer of Excellence, a 5-time winner, and Atlanta's only 7-time Mercedes-Benz Best of the Best winner. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Pickup and delivery service restrictions do apply. Ask your service coordinator or service advisor for details.
Hey, Georgia residents, Buck Ballou here to tell you about the best-kept secret when it comes to health insurance, Sonder Health Plans. These local heroes are on a mission to save you money right here in the great state of Georgia. Not just a Medicare company, they are local Georgians caring for Georgians. Your doctors, your neighbors, and your friends. $0 copay on all primary care visits. Sonder plans include transportation, grocery benefits, and even exercise classes. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com or call 888-428-4440.
Stream the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, along with Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, Jesse Kelly, and our entire lineup of conservative voices on the all-new Extra 106.3 app. Download it now for Apple.
Of alerting children to the dangers of alcoholism. After his wishes, his girlfriend Susan Paul started a foundation in his name called the Campaign for Alcohol-Free Kids. Well, I guess maybe he had a problem drinking when he was a child. Anyway, let's see. Back to the quick sports thing. Then we'll give away these tickets to Jordan Peterson. Pete Davis, our sports birthday list includes Warren Sapp, Hall of Fame football player, 51 years old today. Also in history on this day, 1990, Bo Jackson of the Los Angeles Raiders is the first athlete to be chosen for the All-Star game in 2 sports, baseball and NFL football. 1985, Jan Stenerud announced his retirement from the NFL, held the record for the most field goals with 373. The Norwegian kicker lasted 19 years in the NFL. 1917, the new National Hockey League is formed. 5 original teams. Oh, here's a bar quiz. Now, there's no way I would get this right. Flounder, do you ever know anything about hockey? Oh, he's winning the back. Never mind. No, go stay back there. He's got to answer the phone in the way back of the thing there.
Well, you're good. What's the question?
It used to be the original 6.
Well, hold on now. It was on this day, the new National Hockey League is formed on this day in 1917. There were 5 original teams. Flounder, can you name the 5 original hockey teams, NHL teams?
No, but Oilers.
You're so close.
The Winnipeg Jets.
Winnipeg Jets, again, very, very close. Pete Davis, can you name the original 5 teams of the new hockey league? 1917.
Well, some of them were old and went away and then came back. There's the Montreal Canadiens.
All right, hold on.
They were original.
That's one.
They called them the Maroons, too. The other team was the Maroons.
All right, hold on a minute. That's not on my list, but you're going in the right direction.
But the Canadiens.
Canadiens are there, yeah.
Canadiens, Maroons, the Toronto Maple Leafs were probably on there.
Not by that name. The thing is, the names are all. You'll never get the names. You'll never get the names.
Yeah, it's a name.
You probably get the cities.
Because there used to be a Quebec Nordiques, they used to be around, then they went away, then they came back and went away and came back. And the Boston Bruins, the Detroit Red Wings were probably under another name.
Actually, this is ironic. The new National Hockey League formed 1917. The 5 original teams: the Toronto Arenas, the Ottawa Senators, the Quebec Bulldogs, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Montreal Wanderers. There were 2 Montreal clubs in the original 5 hockey teams, and these are all Canadian. This is without the other. Anyway, I thought that was weird. It's 1917.
Well, what were the original 6 of the NHL that people look back on now?
I think it was Detroit, Boston, Montreal, Toronto.
The Red Wings, the Rangers,
Detroit.
The Bruins, the Blackhawks, the Maple Leafs, and the Canadiens.
Yeah, cool. And this astounds me. This statistic astounds me. 1887, Jake Kilrain and Jim Smith fought a boxing match that went so long it had to be called on account of darkness. 1887, bare knuckle boxing. The match lasted 106 rounds, 2 hours and 30 minutes, beating each other in the face with bare knuckles. They called it a draw. Thank God. Someone would have committed murder.
Hey, I got one for you.
All right.
October 10th, 1903, in Sydney, Australia, they had a triple dead heat in the New South Wales race there between 3 horses, okay? High Flyer, Loch-Lockie, and Bardini all came a dead heat. So they reran the race and another triple dead heat.
Are you twice in a row?
Twice in a row.
Holy cow. All right, 541. To the phones, we have a contestant. It looks like, is that Mike? Is that right, Flounder? Do we have a Mike on there? I could be reading the wrong thing there. Mia, Mimi, I don't know. Who is you're on the radio. Who is this?
This is Roxanne.
Hey, Roxanne. Oh, I wouldn't even get it close.
Roxanne.
Well, now are you looking for the tickets, are you?
Yes, please.
Okay, now, Pete Davis and Flounder, have we decided what we're going to do here? What's our question, Pete?
Typical, we don't have a plan, so we'll just figure one out on air.
Well, why don't we just give her the tickets? Anyway, how long have you been listening to the program there, Roxanne? Well, Pete, do you have a question for her? You want to do it? I mean, I don't know whether she knows.
I thought she was going to try and to use a Christmas line.
Well, we never said what we were going to do to give it the tickets away. I kind of let us down here.
Beginning of the show, we did.
Oh hell, Roxanne. Now, are you a fan of Jordan Peterson, or have you ever known about him, or talked about him, or anything, or heard about him?
Yeah. My husband and I listen to him all the time.
All right, we're going to give you the tickets. You got the tickets, baby.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Dr. Jordan P. Peterson and his We Who Wrestle with God tour, State Farm Arena, March 15th, this next March. He's a professor, psychologist, author, psychiatrist, podcaster, and if anybody else wants to buy tickets, you go to livenation.com and you can do it. He'll be at the State Farm Arena, March 15th, and I hope you have a great time there. And hold on a second, Roxanne. We'll make sure that Flounder has all the information we need, and have a great time. I hope you really enjoy it. And Merry Christmas to you, too, by the way. And put her on hold. Okay, there you go. 542. And we're just
and
sitting here.
Scene.
And and that's 30 from the sports desk. One of my guys said, well, God, never mind. I was going to tell a Kimmer story. Never mind. 543. Do you have another Flounders Funny maybe in the last segment?
Let me get this person's information.
Later, next segment. Not right now. I was just checking. No sense in checking while we're during a break. I'd rather do it live.
Get off his back.
Well, yeah, leave me alone. That's right. Keeps it dark in here, so I don't know whether he's around. Open up and forget about it. Leave him alone. He's got crap to do. This is why you should sleep naked. And I'll read this to you. There was, and let's see who does this. A physiotherapist company, okay? According to this sleep expert, physiotherapist expert, your birthday suit is the best way to sleep. Your body temperature plays a crucial role in the timing of your sleep. It's linked to your circadian rhythm. That's the internal body clock that controls your sleep-wake cycle. Falling into a deep sleep is linked to cooling your body, so allowing your body to cool down by sleeping naked can signal to you that it's time to sleep. Oh, and now this expert writes this, too. This is kinky. Going nude in the colder months could also help you heat things up beneath the sheets, leading to increased physical and emotional intimacy. That's because skin-to-skin contact increases the production of oxytocin, the hormone associated with love and bonding. Yeah, rub it in, why don't you?
Kimmer?
Yeah.
You any guy over 50 knows why you don't go to bed naked.
Yeah. We all know that. I told my kids that. You're going to find me dead wearing sweatpants and a T-shirt. It says, sleeping in the nude can improve your sleep and give people healthier skin. It's sleeping nude supposedly reduces stress, anxiety, prevents weight gain, lowers the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, promotes nature's window health for you ladies, increases male fertility, boosts self-esteem, and as the doctor describes earlier, can improve your romantic relationship. Okay. By the way, I didn't know this. They're saying now this circadian rhythm method business, I think that's all legitimate. But that's why babies have to learn when the cycle is to be awake during the day and sleep at night. You have to teach them how to do it because they don't know when they're born. A circ walk, they call, is good for circadian rhythm walk. A quick walk outside as close to when you wake up as possible when the sun comes up will set your body internal clock rhythm and will help your energy level and your sleep patterns. Yeah. Go outside as soon as you can when you wake up in the sunshine. You'll be fine. What's that?
This is all great. You have to wrestle the burglar in your naked body.
Exactly. Yeah, honey, I'm on the wrong side of the bed. You go see who's at the door. 546 with a Kimmer Feet and Flounder.
The Morning Extra is the right way to start your day. And here's what you missed.
Biden's 81.
Yeah.
He's already living on borrowed time. Really? I mean, think about it.
It's a grueling job, both mentally and physically. This man can't do the job. He's proven to us every single day that he can't do the job. Things are going to get worse.
The Morning Extra, now every morning from 6 to 10 a.m., only on Extra 106.3.
Rhino here for my elves over at True Prep. Don't give a tie or socks or even that thoughtless gift card from a big box store. No, show you put some care and thought into their gift by giving them a gift from one of the most unique stores in Atlanta, True Prep. And as an added bonus, for every $50 value spent on a gift card, True Prep will give you a bonus card with a $5 added bonus. Stop by in Marietta on Cobb Parkway or online at TruePrep.com. That's TRU Prep.com. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow at True Prep.
Millions of guys suffer from erectile dysfunction. That's 1 in 4 men. And I can tell you, I'm one of them.
If you or someone you know suffer from ED, Peyronie's disease, or PE, here's 38-year emergency room doctor and founder of Total Body Therapy of Georgia, Dr. Eric Deal.
Patients who enter my office are often frustrated, hopeless, depressed, and embarrassed. I understand the problem, and I'm going to help you fix it. There are lots of competitors that don't have the credentials that I have. When you go to other clinics, you're not going to see a board-certified physician with the experience that I have. When you come to our clinic, you're going to see me. There's just not one therapy that can solve these complex issues. I'll do a complete history and physical prior to any treatment that we use. Take it from me, Dr. Deal. When it's not hard, it's really hard.
Call Dr. Deal for your free one-on-one evaluation and resolve your ED, Peyronie's, or PE issues. Total Body Therapy of Georgia, 404-777-1911, 404-777-1911, online at stopmyed.com.
Step into the great outdoors with Realtree. Hi, I'm Bill Jordan, and I'm here to tell you about the incredible experiences that await you and your loved ones. Nothing brings families and friends closer than the great outdoors. At Realtree, we've dedicated ourselves to creating quality products and experiences that enhance your outdoor lifestyle. And did you know, Realtree is proudly based right here in Georgia. Our roots run deep here, just like our passion for hunting, fishing, and everything outdoors. Whether you're an experienced hunter or a novice angler, Realtree has everything you need to make your outdoor adventures a success. From an assortment of gear and apparel to expert advice and tips, we've got you covered. Visit Realtree.com to discover a world of possibilities. Whether you're planning your next hunting trip or looking for the perfect fishing spot, Realtree.com has all the information you need. Realtree helps you connect with family and friends and make memories that will last a lifetime. Realtree, family, friends, and the outdoors.
Normally on the morning show, we talk to everyone, but right now I want to talk to business owners. Hey, it's Tug. Do you need $250,000 or more to fulfill a dream of growing your business? Buying a building, building a building, buying out your competition, or buying into a franchise? And look, all the banks, they're in turmoil right now. They're afraid to do anything or loan to anyone. That's why you need to consider my friends, the Frost family, at First Liberty Building and Loan. Go to FirstLibertyGA.com today. Fill out the simple form and see if you're a good fit for their program. See how they can help you, even in these crazy economic times, to grow your business. FirstLibertyGA.com. The Frost family have been helping businesses since the 90s. If you've got an opportunity, if you've got an idea, find out if First Liberty Building and Loan and the Frost family can help you achieve your goal. Make your dream come true. The banks aren't going to help, but now you have a secret weapon. The Frost family at First Liberty Building and Loan. FirstLibertyGA.com. That's FirstLibertyGA.com.
I want you to meet Kelsey. When she found out she was pregnant, she wasn't sure where to turn. But after meeting with the counselors at a preborn network clinic who loved and supported her, and after hearing her baby's heartbeat on a free ultrasound, she chose life.
When a mother looks at her child through a sonogram, it does something to you. You know, I ended up deciding to keep my son. He brings absolute joy to my heart. I could not imagine life without him.
By introducing a woman to her baby on an ultrasound, the baby's chance at life doubles. Please, if you have the means, would you consider a leadership gift to save babies in a big way? Your tax-deductible donation of $5,000 will sponsor Preborn's entire network for 24 hours, helping to rescue 200 babies. And right now, through a match, your gift is doubled. To donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby. Or donate securely at preborn.com/Beck. That's preborn.com/Beck. Sponsored by Preborn.
The biggest election coverage in the South from Atlanta's only true conservative voice. As the election draws closer and things get heated, Extra 106.3 will bring you the voices you know and trust to sort through the muck.
The Democrats in the media are right about this. Republicans, they have the best ideas, but they can't govern.
And stream our coverage all day from anywhere on the Extra 106.3 app.
Look out, it's only me, it's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder at the controls. 5:52. Just a Pet Shop Boys, huh?
No.
It's not. ABBA or the Beatles or the Beatles?
Tom Petty doing a Christmas song.
There we go.
I went the Christmas route.
I like it. I like it.
Decorations are on. Everybody's singing. All the bells are ringing out, and it's Christmas all over.
It's Tom Petty.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, it's what?
It kind of says it again.
Again? Is that Christmas again? Oh, my gosh. Tom Petty. We miss him. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. A little Christmas, I guess. Our birthday list today includes Tim Reed. Venus Flytrap is 79 years old today from WKRP in Cincinnati, among other things. Didn't he do the Courvoisier guy on the Saturday Night Live or something? Wasn't that Tim Meadows?
Tim Meadows. That was
Tim
another
Meadows.
black man.
Tim Reed, yeah. Well, it's hard to, No, see, that's two racial things I had on my list I was going to do, and I did them anyway. I was going to mark them off because racism is over, you mentioned earlier. On this day in history, 2006, people don't know racism is over. It's done.
Totally different face. They have two totally different faces.
Well, the 2006 on this day, the final pages of the FBI's surveillance on John Lennon are released. The FBI fought releasing this stuff for 25 years because they were setting the stage for today's FBI, run by the disgraced Christopher the Cossack Wray, the silent instigator behind the phony insurrection scandal to help the Biden crime family. The documents show allegedly my ass. The documents show Lennon had ties to left-wing and anti-war groups in Britain, but he turned them down when they wanted him to start funding and opening a bookstore. First thing he said, nah, leave me alone. But he was on their side. And on this day in 2008, a thief in a hoodie wearing gloves seen breaking into the front door of Paris Hilton's home in Sherman Oaks, California. He ransacked her bedroom and stole $2 million worth of jewelry. And it was on this day that George Washington in 1777 led his army of 11,000 troops to Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, to camp for the winter. 5:54, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. How about a little something special to get Pete Davis to work here, Flounder? What do you think? There we go, 5:54. Also, we got a little comedy bit coming up. We're running out of time. We're trying to get it all in because we got tweets and we got Pete. And what the hell? We got a little something called Pete's Tweets.
That's what she said.
Oh, look out.
One of the weather channels tried to bring some Christmas cheer by giving the temps in towns that fit the season, like North Pole, New York, where it was 21 degrees, or Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where it was 25, or Santa Claus, Indiana, or Christmas, Florida. But they believe they went a bridge too far with Donner Lake, California. I don't think Donner Lake was named after one of Santa's reindeers, unless the sleigh broke down in a blizzard and Donner had to eat Blitzen and Santa.
The Donner Party, my God, man.
Donner. That's one of the funniest things. Is when you go to a restaurant, your name, please, Donner, party of five.
Party of five, yeah. Donner
and then
party.
later, Donner, party of four. Donner, party of three. Our crack engineer, Mike, enjoys a good joke, and Mike has sent this one to us.
All right, sir.
Let's see. Next time you're feeling down, remember life is all about perspective.
Yeah.
He's got a friend, Mike does, who has sex 2 to 3 times a day, exercises twice a day, and reads 2 books a week. Yet every day he complains about how much he hates prison.
Oh, hey. That's probably, that anonymous sex is the worst kind when you're in prison.
And by the way, what do naughty Italian kids get for Christmas?
The fangù, pizzatura, scostamata, bacala, I was married to an Italian.
You having a stroke? Or
no, my mother-in-law was Parmigianfrini. So, and Gregorio Russo were my first parents-in-law. Yeah. So what Italian
kids
yeah.
They get gift certificates to the Olive Garden.
Oh, no, bad Italian kids. And eat all the food, too, including the breadsticks.
I love Olive Garden. I'm sorry. I'm not Italian. I can love Olive Garden.
I haven't been there, I'll bet you, in 30 years.
Oh, they're Alfredo sauces.
Forever. Olive Garden. There's one by my house. I used to eat there a good bit.
Really?
Yeah. It's easy because you just go to the bar. You can get like a.
Didn't you used to have really good like
you get a soup and
shrimp and what am I thinking of? Appetizers and a great.
Well, you get free breadsticks and salad.
Pasta.
Yeah,
and then they have like you can build your own pasta and you can get
and free breadsticks and salad's got to be a good way to go if they have a good right kind of dressing. There you are. Excellent.
Yeah, us Anglos can like it.
Well, there you are. No question about it. There you go. By the way, have we got time for a Flounders Funny here? It's less than 2 minutes, right? I'll bet you. Coming up here in a second. Apple is stopping the sales of its latest watches. The Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 are being stopped now because of some kind of retail store thing involving a patent dispute. And I was just going to get the watch so I could start watching Thursday Night Football on my wrist. And now I won't be able to get it because they're not selling it anymore because you got to fight everything in court here. Your Apple Watch people. Oh, no. I can't believe it. Anyway, a little Flounder. We have time for a Flounders Funny? Here we
Women use 3 times as many words a day as men. Because women speak in detail, and it's 3 times as many words a day. What about a week? Month? Year? There are men who've been married in excess of 20 years. How many words have they ever listened to? Tell old veterans because they have a filter built in. They only hear their assignment. Grocery store. Cereal. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get some cereal and milk on the way back. I'm going to get gas. And she's like, I'm glad you were listening. I'm like, oh, yeah, I was listening. She's looking at him. You leave that man alone. How long are you guys together? 16 years. His filter's almost there.
Do we know who that is?
That is Alonzo. What is his name? I don't know.
Well, they could Google him. Anyway, it's 5:59 here with the Kimmer Pete and Flounder. Princess Diana's dress has set a world record in an auction house. The 1985 ballerina-length evening dress with illustration sold for $1.1 million, 11 times the estimated original price of $100,000. Padded shoulder pads, black velvet bodice, or bodice, I guess it is, embroidered stars, a two-tier royal blue organza skirt, sash, and bow. Anyway, Princess Di's dress, $1.1 million. And like the man said, the best way to get a one-armed liberal out of a tree, just wave at him. Anyway, hoorah, Semper Fi, I gotta go and kill him. It's only the camera with Pete and Flounder. Up the wrong side. I tried to blow the wrong side of the harmonica. Keep going, baby. I'll work it out. I'll move. Look out, 6 o'clock. Mercy.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10 a.m. and The Kimmer Show from 3 to 6 p.m. Only on WFOM and W292EV Marietta. Extra 106.3 FM.
Illegal crossings on the rise. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. Thousands of migrants at border crossings in Arizona and Texas, with sources telling Fox Federal Bureau of Prisons personnel are helping with transportation of immigrants.
Masses of migrants are waiting to be apprehended by Border Patrol, waiting to be processed after they crossed illegally.